boop, 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 boop. Hi, everybody. Hey, Lindy. Hi. Hi, Shay. Hi, Latanya. Hi. Hi. Hi, Vicky. How y'all doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm just posting on YouTube. Boo, 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 boo. How's your Wednesday going, everyone? I have been very, very, very busy today. Whew. Almost didn't make it. So great to see you. And now my sister and brother-in-law listening to you. Fantastic. What a godsend for me. Yay. Share the live, please. Thank you. Let me go share. Let me go share with some folks as well. I can't ask y'all to share if I don't share. Right? There we go. Hey, Shanice, how you doing? Put your blood type in the comments. Let's go. Let's go. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm not really tired. I'm just busy. I got stuff to do. Swapping out my closet. That's what's happening. Because once it becomes consistently 100 degrees in Vegas, it's time to swap out your closet. So that's what's up. And that for me is a big job because I have clothes everywhere. I just pulled tags off a bunch of stuff. Like I have tags on a bunch of stuff, summer stuff that I bought last year that I have not even worn. Just pulling tags off stuff, hanging stuff up, swapping stuff out. And y'all know how much athletic wear I have. So just going from my winter athletic wear to my summer athletic wear. That in and of itself is a job. So I've commandeered the guest bedroom closet downstairs. So a lot of the stuff is getting moved downstairs. And I got a hallway closet that has tubs of clothes. Like all of my African stuff that I haven't worn in like 2 or 3 years. Some of that stuff still has tags on it. I might have to break out my African print stuff again because I used to. Trust. I was ragging. Trust. And I've only worn that stuff like one time. Ooh, I did find 2 really beautiful dresses that I have not worn yet that I'm thinking about wearing to the Beyonce concert because I am not going to dress like all the typical cowboy Western thing. I'm going to dress like Beth Dutton from Yellowstone. I'm going to have on a long dress and a cowboy hat and one of those 4 pairs of cowboy boots I have in there that I have yet to wear. But I have 2 really, one is all the way down to the floor, but has a slit in the front and no sleeves. So cute. Leather belt around the waist. Black leather belt to match the black cowboy boots. And I'm going to get black cowboy hat. And the other one is gold with African print, but it's shorter. So I could still wear the black boots. Put the little leather belt around that one too. Black cowboy hat. Y'all know I am not typical. Y'all know damn well it's gonna be 100,000 degrees in Vegas. I am not putting on no denim. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm putting on no denim nothing. And I am too old to be wearing denim shorts and coochie cutters and Daisy Dukes. Y'all know damn well I am way too conservative for that stuff. I am way too. Even when I was young. Listen, when I was young, my boobs was never hanging out. You are not seeing me with no cleavage and no short nothing. I don't. If I could get away with wearing turtlenecks all summer, I would do that. It's just not. It's not my style. It's just not my style. Nope. You can guess what's under these clothes. I ain't gotta show you. You can guess. Use your imagination. What's your imagination for? Okay. Where the blood type O's at? Where are the folks with the high blood pressure? Where y'all at? Where the folks with the high blood pressure at? Come on in here. Come to the front if you got high blood pressure. Miss Linda, you better not have high blood pressure by the end of this month. Your blood pressure better be normal, or I'm gonna come over there. Your blood pressure better be normal by the end of June, or I'm gonna come over there. Okay? You're gonna look at your Ring camera and you're gonna see me at the door like, open up. Oh, that's a good idea. Linda, you are so athletic. You are so athletic. I love that. My sister was telling me a story. We're going to celebrate. I just feel like if I came to y'all house, we would just have too much fun. Y'all wouldn't be taking me seriously at all. I don't think y'all would be taking me seriously at all. My sister was telling me how she put my nephew in summer camp, and he fancied himself as being a much better swimmer than what he was. So he got an attitude when she told them he was not a swimmer and not to put him in the swimming group. Like if he's going to swim, he still needs to be wearing his little floaties or whatever. So he got an attitude about it. So they gave everybody a swimming test. I guess they had to swim all the way across the pool. I shouldn't be laughing at him. He said he was drowning and the lifeguard was just talking. I can just imagine my nephew out there fighting for his life and the lifeguard's like, hey, are you guys okay? So he has accepted that he is not a swimmer. And so my sister was like, because she had sent him to swimming lessons and all that stuff. So she was like, do you want me to put you back in swimming lessons? And he was like, I don't know. I don't think so. He's just going to accept that that's just not his thing. Now, I cannot swim. I am not enthusiastic about swimming. I'm very fascinated with the ocean. I'm very fascinated with water. I have a very healthy respect for the ocean, which means I don't play with it. You're not going to see me out there on a cruise. You're not going to do it because I have a very high respect for oceanic life. I don't fuck with them. I don't want them fucking with me. Hey, Miss Shirley, how you doing? I ain't going out there. Oh, good. Now, Jordan can swim like a fish, and he was a lifeguard and all that stuff. I can't. I'm always fascinated by people that swim because I sink right to the bottom. It's just not my thing. I know what my lane is, and I stay in it. I cannot float. And they say you just have to relax, but I'm not naturally a relaxed person. So you should be able to understand that if I'm not a naturally relaxed person, what makes you think that I'm going to relax in water? Okay. I do right to the bottom. Oh, you just have to relax. How the hell are you supposed to relax when death is this close? Is this close? Relax. The hell? No, thank you. I want a pool. I'm going to have a pool, but I'm going to be putting my little feet in it, just swinging them back and forth. I want to look out my window and see it in the backyard. Okay, but I'm not getting in it. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Another thing too is I'm a germaphobe. And I don't give a shit how much y'all talk about how much chlorine is in the water. I don't want to fuck around with chlorine either. But people don't be bathing every day. Some people know they going to the pool and just purposely don't bathe. Why do I want to be in a community bathtub? I lived in my apartment in California for 5 years. We had a gorgeous pool over there. I would go and I would sit at the pool. I have never even dipped my toes in it. Jordan be like, oh, you want to go to the jacuzzi? Why do I want to be in a community bathtub? Now you got hot water. And everybody's coochie sitting in it. Nah, absolutely. Are you crazy? Mm-mm. I don't care what's healthier. If I don't want to be in a bathtub with somebody in my own house, why would I want to be in a bathtub with other people that I don't know? When I be seeing people in a bathtub together, I'd be like, oh, let's take a bath together. Listen, guys, it's just not me. Mm-mm. It looks all romantic and shit on the TV. Y'all got the candles going and y'all drinking wine and stuff. And y'all in it. No, I'll be out of the tub in a minute. You're more than welcome to get it out. If you have high blood pressure, it is because you're eating sugar. Let me just bottom line. If we're going to bottom line everything today, we're going to make it real plain. We ain't going to dance around nothing. The reason that your blood pressure is high is because you like to eat carbohydrates. You like to eat pasta, and you like to eat bread, and you like to eat pizza crust, and you like to eat breaded chicken, and you like to have cookies, cakes, and pies, and potatoes, and potato chips, and that's why your blood pressure is high. Your blood pressure is not high because you're eating salt. As a matter of fact, salt helps to regulate your blood pressure. If you don't eat salt, if you don't have sodium, your blood pressure is going to remain high. So salt is a needed thing, okay? But the reason your blood pressure is high and the reason that your blood pressure medications are not stabilizing your blood pressure is because you continue to eat the foods that make your blood pressure high. You will never be able to stabilize your blood pressure if you continue to eat the foods that make your blood pressure high. Okay? It is not stress that is making your blood pressure high. There are several different types of hypertension. I don't know if your doctor has ever told you that. Okay? There are several different types of hypertension. If your hypertension is what they tried to tell me my hypertension was, which is labial hypertension, that could come from stress. Okay? Labial hypertension is hypertension that comes from your emotions, how your body regulates stress. Okay? But the other hypertensions are coming from the foods that you're eating. Okay? That's the bottom line. And your doctor has absolutely no incentive to help you get off of those prescription drugs because that is how he earns his money. He is never going to tell you to stop eating potatoes. He is never going to tell you to stop eating pasta. He is never going to tell you any of those things. Hey, Miss Lori. He's never going to tell you that because his entire paycheck depends on you coming in there and seeing him and him continuing to lie to you and write you those prescriptions. Okay? The number one thing that is making your blood pressure high is wheat. Anything made from wheat, anything that has wheat in it. Okay, because the underlying cause of your blood pressure is your insulin. If your insulin, if your body cannot make insulin, if your insulin is all jacked up, or if your insulin is not getting into your red blood cells, you are insulin resistant. It is insulin that regulates your blood pressure. Why is it that we were never told how important insulin is? The only time you ever hear anything about insulin is when you're talking about diabetics, right? No one has ever told you the connection between your insulin and your high blood pressure. Move this over. Whenever you hear anything about insulin, it is in regards to diabetes. And what we found out yesterday is that type 1 diabetes is your body's inability to make insulin. And if your body cannot make insulin, it is also going to make your blood pressure high. So by you eating foods that are making you insulin resistant, you are in essence making yourself a type 1 diabetic. Do you know that they say type 3 diabetics, they're starting to label it as type 3 diabetics? Diabetes is Alzheimer's. They're starting to call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. Okay. 4 things happen when you consume wheat. Number 1, it causes you to have a violent inflammation in your intestines. That's what you guys would call bloating. Okay. Oh, I'm so bloated. Da, da, da. After you eat pizza, after you eat sandwiches, after you eat cookies, cakes, and pies, you're bloated. Well, what it's actually happening is your intestines are swollen. Whenever you eat something that makes your body believe it's being attacked by a virus or a fungi or bacteria or toxins, it is going to defend itself by swelling. The body only has 2 defense mechanisms. One is inflammation, which is swelling, and the other is an overproduction of mucus. Inflammation protects the organs, and mucus protects the immune system. Okay? So when you're eating foods that have these lectins in it that your blood does not like, it's going to cause a chemical reaction to happen. And if that chemical reaction is negative, you're going to be swollen. Okay? So all of your organs are going to swell, not just your intestines. What is the largest organ on the body? Your skin. So the minute you eat some wheat, you're going to gain some weight, because you guys look at inflammation as weight gain. Most people are just walking around in a swollen state because they continue to put things in their body that their body does not react well to. So your body feels like it's being attacked or fighting off a virus or fighting off COVID or a cold or the flu. So it's going to remain in a chronically inflamed state. So when you're consuming wheat, it is literally impossible for you to lose weight because you remain inflamed. That's why people do so well on carnivore diets and keto and paleo and Atkins, because you're removing all the carbs, which is sugar, from your diet. And as a blood type O, that is what you're supposed to be doing. That's why blood type O's are the people that are very successful on carnivore diets and keto diets are O's. And O's make up 44% of the US population. So when everybody's like, everybody needs to eat carnivore, everybody. Okay. Let go of diets. First and foremost, let go of diets, because there are connotations around dieting that are very limiting. Okay. When you are on a diet, in your mind, it's a temporary thing. You are trying to reach a specific goal. By sacrificing, by calorie deficit, by doing these things, in your mind, this is a temporary fix. Okay? You're just trying to get there. And in most cases, it's just for weight loss. But if you are trying to reverse your disease, if you are trying to stabilize your blood pressure, if you're trying to get normal blood sugar numbers, if you're trying to be healthy and be pain-free and prescription drug-free, you have to adopt a lifestyle that is in concert with your genetics. Your genetics is your blood. So you should be going with the flow of your body. And the reason that you are sick and the reason that you have these diseases is that you are working in opposition to the flow of your body. Everything would be so much simpler if you weren't fighting your body every day. Like y'all are in a constant state of war with yourself every day. You got enough people out here on the street that y'all be battling. You should not have to be battling yourself every day. That in and of itself is exhausting. Okay. But you trying to make your body do what you want it to do because you like to consume these foods is unrealistic. There is never going to be a time in your life that you're smarter than your body. You're never going to outwit your body. Y'all spend a lot of time trying to outsmart your body. I don't care if you live to be 1,000, you're never going to be smarter than your body. So the easiest thing you can do is to humble yourself to your body. That's the only person you owe humility. The only person, the only thing, the only entity that you should be humbling yourself to is your body. Because your body is there from your first day to your very last day. Your body has your back no matter what. Y'all out here looking for relationships and trying to be equally yoked to these strangers and try to be equally yoked with yourself. You don't need to get to know nobody but you. Y'all walking around don't even know your blood type. You so busy trying to get to know some man or some woman, you don't even know your blood type. The most basic thing about you. Okay? This is why it's easy for these doctors to pull the wool over your eyes, because you don't know anything about yourself. You know when you don't feel good, though. You know when things are off, right? You know when things are off. The second thing that happens to you when you consume wheat is it converts your happy hormones into anger and aggression hormones. Did y'all know that 50% of all Americans are clinically depressed? Hey, Mr. Bernie, do y'all know that 50% of all Americans are clinically depressed, meaning they're going to see a doctor to get a prescription for depression. When in all actuality, the reason that you are depressed is because of the foods you're eating. Because the lectins in the wheat interfere with the hormones, dopamine and serotonin, which are your happy hormones, causes those hormones to convert into norepinephrine and noradrenaline. Those hormones make you feel anger, aggression, anxiety, sadness, depression. So you're literally eating something that's making you angry and sad. The third thing that happens when you consume wheat is it blocks your body's ability to absorb minerals and nutrients from other foods. So now you are creating mineral deficiencies in your body. Mineral deficiencies will kill you. Do you know that it is mineral deficiencies that are at the root of mental illness? Why y'all think everybody right now is either depressed or anxious? Everybody's on the spectrum. Nobody was on the spectrum in the 70s. No, you ain't hear about nobody having no autism in the 70s. Right? Now all of a sudden everybody's got autism. Everybody's on the spectrum. Why? Grains, namely wheat. So your schizophrenia, your bipolarism, your ADHD, your hyperactivity, your drug abuse, alcohol abuse, autism, all of that stuff has to do with mineral deficiencies in your body. What are you eating for breakfast? Hey, Miss Sandra, what are you eating for breakfast? Everything you eat for breakfast is wheat based. You're literally starting off your day with your blood sugar sky high, with your cortisol sky high. Now you're eating foods that are making you anxious. Why has everybody got road rage in the morning on the way to work? What are you eating for lunch? Most of your lunch is wheat based. What are you eating for dinner? By the time you get home from traffic and stopping at the grocery and all these other things, you're going to eat a pizza. You're going to eat some pasta. You're going to eat some ramen noodles. You're going to eat something fast. And most fast things are wheat based. Sandwich, hot dog, hamburger. Any frozen meals have wheat in it. All your processed foods have wheat in it. The fourth thing that happens when you consume wheat is it slows down your metabolism. How many of you guys are just tired? You can't even imagine your life without caffeine. You can't imagine your life without coffee, without tea, without a Monster drink, without a Red Bull, because you wake up tired, you go to bed tired. Because the lectins in wheat literally interfere with the hormones that run your metabolism. It is hormones that run our metabolism. So you're eating foods that stop the hormones from turning the food into energy. Now it turns the food into sugar and stores it as fat, which is what is slowing down your metabolism. Yes, sardines is a great thing to have for breakfast. I had some tuna fish today. That's what I had today. On my little cottage cheese wrap thing that I made. Delicious. I made my tuna with my meal prep, so it was easy for me to just take my little cottage cheese bread out of the refrigerator, microwave it for like 10, 15 seconds, put my little tuna on it, some lettuce, some onions, done. The second thing that is making your blood pressure high, I'm so glad that I'm rocking it out tonight and sending everybody this live. Good. It is so easy, Miss Sandra. Anybody that is a blood type O, anybody that is a blood type B and a blood type AB, y'all need to get into that cottage cheese bread, that wrap. All it was cottage cheese and eggs. Baked it for like 30 minutes. I made it in a baking sheet this big and I cut it into squares. So the squares were like the size of a slice of bread. Bomb. My new favorite thing. I just want to get whatever food I'm supposed to get in me as quickly as possible and go on to the next thing. I do not like eating food at all. The way that I have trained my brain to eat food, it's literally just medicine. That's it. And trust and believe, I wait until the last minute to go downstairs and get something to eat because I just hate it. I absolutely, if there's something I wish I could just do without every day, it's eating. Thinking about what to eat, having to eat, I wish that was one thing I never had to do again. The second thing that is keeping your blood pressure high and messing up your insulin, which is making your blood pressure high, is corn. And y'all don't even understand how diabolical corn is. They done snuck corn into everything. Hey, Miss Barbara, they done snuck corn into every single thing. Okay? Everything got high fructose corn syrup in it, regular corn syrup, corn starch, corn oil. White distilled vinegar is made from corn, and white distilled vinegar is in every single condiment in your house. Every one. All of your liquor is made from corn. You know what happens when you consume corn in any of these iterations? It literally stops your body from making insulin. If your body cannot make insulin, You are essentially making yourself a type 1 diabetic. This is why your blood pressure can't be regulated, because you are eating foods that's making you insulin resistant or stopping your body from making insulin altogether. So there is not one pill that you are going to get from your doctor that is going to normalize your blood pressure. It is literally impossible. So every single person sitting up here right now on blood pressure medication, you need to get your ass off of it, because it is not doing anything but damaging your kidneys. Next thing you know, you're going to have chronic kidney disease, and you ain't going to know how you got that. I'm telling you how you got it. From being on blood pressure medications that's not stabilizing your blood pressure. So between corn and wheat, what you're not supposed to be eating is barley, cornflakes, cornmeal, hominy, polenta, all corn grains. That includes your grits. I know y'all love some grits. Popcorn. Okay. Cream of wheat, Amir, Familia, Farina, farro, gluten flour, graham flour, grape nuts, grits, gamut, lentil flour, dal, mastigum, papadum, puff wheat, 7 grain, sorghum, wheat bran, wheat germ, bulgur wheat, durum wheat, semolina wheat. Semolina wheat is all of your common pastas, your macaroni, your spaghetti, your fettuccine, your lasagna, your ramen noodles. Couscous, whole grain wheat, whole wheat flour, white flour, sprouted wheat, all of that. Want to know why your blood pressure is high? Those are the 2 categories that's making your blood pressure high. Corn and wheat. No blood type can have corn at all. And in my opinion, no one should be eating wheat. If you know what the side effects are of wheat, no one should be eating it. I'm not willing to be depressed over a sandwich. I am not willing to be anxious over some pancakes. Okay. The number 3 thing as a blood type O that's keeping your blood pressure high is dairy foods. A lot of y'all didn't even realize that the lactose that's in dairy food is sugar. At the root of all of the problems for blood type O is sugar. Your body cannot tolerate sugar in any way, shape, or form. All of your problems start at sugar. Dairy is sugar. Lactose is sugar. Lactose is not dairy. So y'all even still out here going and buying lactate milk and all that, as if that means it's dairy free. This is how they make y'all think. The advertising alone of lactate milk and ice cream makes y'all assume that lactate is dairy free, because you've always thought that lactose was dairy. So as an O, y'all love to tell people that you're lactose intolerant. You are lactose intolerant. You're sugar intolerant. See how that worked? You are sugar intolerant. Okay. So the other things that you also cannot have as a blood type O are lentils, bacon, navy beans, kidney beans, potatoes. Let's get into the potatoes. Y'all can't have no potatoes. Can't have none. You want to know why your blood pressure stays high? Because y'all love some potatoes. I don't care if they're sweet potatoes, white potatoes, purple potatoes, Japanese potatoes. I don't care if it's yams, if you call them yams in your country, pounded yams, starchy root vegetables. They're all potatoes. All starchy root vegetables are potatoes. That's what y'all need to understand. While y'all wasting so much time out here trying to outwit your body. Oh, I'm going to get Japanese sweet potatoes because they're not the same as regular potatoes. Then y'all bought into the BS that they told you, oh, well, sweet potatoes are better for you than white potatoes. That is a lie. Because a potato is a potato is a potato. Oh, baked chicken is better for you than fried chicken. Chicken is chicken. It doesn't matter how much you dress it up. It's still chicken. When you eat a potato, it still metabolizes the exact same way in your body. If the food metabolizes the exact same way in your body, the bottom line is it's all sugar. These people have just convinced you guys, can anyone eat potatoes? No! Why? You gonna sit around and hate on them? Well, I don't know why they can eat potatoes and we can't eat potatoes. No! The number one thing that happens to you when you eat potatoes, I know you're just asking. I'm just telling you. I literally just said nobody should be eating no damn potatoes. Y'all gonna have to get them parasites in check. Because y'all be letting y'all parasites ask me dumb questions. Parasites be like, just ask her. Just get her to clarify whether or not we can have potatoes. The minute I mention potato, y'all parasites be like, did she say potatoes? Y'all gonna have to get them parasites in check now. Them parasites be embarrassing the shit out of y'all. Y'all need to tell your parasites don't be asking no questions in this grocery store. You know how you do with your kids? Don't be asking me for nothing in this grocery store. Before y'all come on this live, y'all need to have a conversation with y'all parasites. Don't embarrass me in front of this woman. Because you know she's going to cuss me out. Don't do it. Just sit your ass there and listen. That's the conversation y'all need to start having with y'all parents. Some parasites be like, we ain't ready to stop eating potatoes. I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know. Them dogs ain't scared of me. Them dogs don't even pay me no mind. They ain't scared of me. Especially not fat. Fats be like, I don't want to. Yes, eat some pumpkin seeds. Okay. Listen. The first thing that happens, I'm going to break it down for you so you understand why you shouldn't be eating no potatoes. Okay. Potatoes are extremely bad for people of African descent, more than anybody else. Okay. We have a particular gene. You know how people of African descent are the only ones that have sickle cell? Y'all have never wondered why people of African descent are the only ones that have sickle cell? Okay. There are particular genes in people of African descent. It doesn't matter how far removed from Africa you are. Hey, Shivani, you still have those genetics. Okay. Now, I don't know. We have a particular gene called APOL1, APOL1. That particular gene, your nephew has sickle cell. I got people in my family with sickle cell. I had a roommate that had sickle cell. I wouldn't wish that on anything. And my roommate looked like a white girl. She was like Mariah Carey white. She had that blonde hair and all that. You would not know that she was biracial except she had sickle cell. Okay. She had blonde hair, blue eyes. That particular gene, and this is literally 75% of African Americans have this gene right here. In America, 75% of African Americans have the APOL1 gene. That makes your kidneys vulnerable to inflammation and infections. So every time you eat a potato, you are becoming inflamed. 75%. You can go and get a test. You can go and get a test, but why? I mean, there's no good potato. It's not even worth going out there and seeing, because potatoes aren't good for you anyway. They are loaded with potassium. Even if you don't have the APOL1 gene and you are regularly eating potatoes, you are going to have insulin resistance. You're going to have high blood pressure. You're going to have diabetes. You're going to have bad teeth, because it's just straight sugar. There is no nutritional value in starchy root vegetables. It's just straight starch. So when you look at the renal industry, the dialysis center, you don't see dialysis centers in white neighborhoods. Dialysis centers are in Black neighborhoods. You know what woke me up to kidney issues was when I was in Nigeria and there were so many renal clinics. I never thought I would see renal clinic. Why are there so many? Why are there renal clinics in Africa? Why are there so many renal clinics in Nigeria? It didn't click for me until I realized how they eat. All of their side dishes are starchy root vegetables or just plain starch, period. So they have all of these vegetable soups, these vegetable and meat soups, and Foriro and Eddie Kai Kong and bitter leaf soup and Obano soup and all these other soups that are vegetable based. But the problem is you're eating it next to fufu. You're eating it next to semovita. Semovita is like grits. It's like the consistency. Gary and Semo are the consistency of grits or polenta. Okay. Then you have fufu. Then you have pounded yam, which is mashed potatoes. So when you see people eating Nigerian food or Ghanaian food or African food, and they have this big hunk of white mashed potatoes, that is pounded yam. You're always going to see something white or something brown. That is a starch, amala. All of these things are starches. So if you're eating a bunch of starchy root vegetables every single day or for every single meal, you're going to end up with kidney problems. And that's why they have so many renal clinics in Nigeria, because they're eating pounded yam all the time. They don't realize that they all have the APOL1 gene, that their kidneys are vulnerable to infection and inflammation. And you're eating all of these starchy root vegetables that are inflaming you. The minute you eat, let me give you another example. The minute you eat nightshade vegetables, you're going to become inflamed. Guess what a lot of the soups in Nigeria are based in? Tomatoes and okra. As a blood type O, you're not supposed to even have tomatoes. Every one of the soups in Nigeria, except like 4 or 5, has a tomato base. The majority of Nigerians are blood type O's. The majority of Africans are blood type O's. So you can have potatoes or tomatoes. Okra is another nightshade. A lot of their soups are based in okra. They even eat okra soup. I was eating okra soup every other day. I told y'all when I was in Nigeria, I was big. I gained like 25 pounds in the first 3 months I was there. Just straight inflammation. Didn't even realize it because, of course, I was wearing muumuus every day. I was wearing caftans every day. I didn't know how much weight I gained until my friend saw me. He was like, "Ooh, Tracy, you're looking fat." What? What do you mean? You mean pretty hot and tempting? Fat, cute, fat? He was like, "No, big." Nigerians don't have no cut cards. So if your feelings are easily hurt, don't go over there. Because if they think it, they say it. If they think it, they say it. So if you are a sensitive person, don't take your ass over there. They don't have this. They don't have none of this shit we got going on over here. They do not. They don't have no issues with bodily functions, poop, pee, breastfeeding, erectile dysfunction. They don't have none of that shit. A guy will come up to you in a heartbeat like, "You got anything for erectile dysfunction? I'm not trying to lose my wife." I'd be like, yeah. I didn't know you was gonna come out and ask me like that, but I do. They don't care because that shit's all natural and shit. Everybody shits. I don't know why people are embarrassed by that. Oh, it gives me gas. So fart. So what? Everybody farts. Everybody should introduce me. The only person I would be impressed by is a person that never has to shit ever. Like, you don't have to. Like, it's not even, you're above it. There's nobody walking on the face of this earth that does not shit. So why is that an embarrassing thing for you? Everybody has mucus. Everybody has snot. Everybody has gunk in their eyes when they wake up in the morning. Everybody slobbers on their pillow. Everybody does the same thing. So why are you embarrassed by it? Do you guys know why nightshades are bad for you? Yeah, because they instantly inflame your body. The lectins in nightshade vegetables come in contact with your blood and causes a negative chemical reaction to happen, which makes your body think it's being attacked by a virus or a fungi or a bacteria or toxins, because nightshade vegetables release a phytotoxin to protect themselves. They have their defense mechanism is an insecticide. They're a family of vegetables that protect themselves from caterpillars or other insects eating them by releasing a phytotoxin that poisons the insect. They used to use nightshade vegetables to poison people. And you are regularly eating something that releases a poison phytotoxin into your body. So your body, trying to protect your organs, swells. Do you know that if you don't store, if your potatoes are old, they will kill you? Do you know why they had why houses had root cellars? Root cellars were for you to store your starchy root vegetables, because starchy root vegetables have to be stored in a dark, cool place, or they will poison you. Right underneath the skin of a potato, if you see a potato and it's green underneath the skin, it will kill you. That is straight solanine, and that is straight poison. Go look it up. Go look it up. So even how you store your potatoes, if you are going to eat them, will kill you. How can you increase your white blood count? You need to start eating for your blood type. The answer to every question that y'all have about anything going on in your body is you should be eating for your blood type. Why is your white blood cell count low? You said you had a friend in high school that was embarrassed, so she said that she never could shit. That makes no sense. The skin of nightshade veggies are beautiful, unburst. What's unburst mean? I don't get it. You have sickle cell disease. Do you know that if you're eating by blood type, you'll have way less flare-ups? Yeah, because y'all are not storing, you're not even storing your vegetables right. You're making your vegetables dangerous. A lot of y'all are sick because of vegetables. And that's what you guys are not paying attention to. Every living thing on this earth has a defense mechanism. All plants have a defense mechanism. There are several plants in my house that are toxic. This is also why, if you have pets, you should find out what plants are toxic. And those toxic plants do not need to be anywhere that your pets can eat them. The toxic plants are high. Okay? You're eating toxic vegetables. The only reason that y'all think these vegetables are healthy is because they told you that and you believed it. The only reason y'all are eating vegetables is because somebody wants to sell you these vegetables. Just about everything that you have been told your entire life is healthy for you and you've been eating. My question is, why are you sick? If they have been telling us the truth about every product that they put out on the market, why is everybody sick? Why is 70% of all of America on at least one prescription drug? If orange juice and all of these vegetables and all of these things that they've told you all your life were healthy, and this is what you've been eating, why are you diabetic? Why is your blood pressure high? Why do you have an autoimmune disease? What? Listen, what are you saying, honey? If you eat the nightshade, will it increase because it's trying to fight off infection? You're trying to increase your white blood cell count by eating nightshade vegetables? You are never going to be smarter than your body. You're not going to ever be smart enough to outwit your body. If you think you can reverse engineer how your body works and try to trick it into doing something, you're wasting your time and you're putting a bunch of pressure on your body that is unnecessary. Okay? If you start eating the way you're supposed to be eating, you will not have these issues. The absence of insect bites, no bruising. Yeah, because they've killed them. I know it's hard to unlearn things, okay? Because they've done a fantastic job in making us believe that we're supposed to be eating all these fruits and vegetables and all this shit. If all of these fruits and vegetables were so fantastic for us, why are y'all sick? If you eat a lot of nightshade and have a high count, let's not talk about it anymore. I've already said what I was going to say. I don't know what is hard for you to understand what I'm saying. I said what I said. If you're eating nightshade vegetables, you are becoming inflamed and you're putting pressure on your kidneys. So when your ass ends up with kidney issues, don't come over here asking me nothing about it. Okay? Ask yourselves, why is it that Black people have more chronic kidney disease than any other group? Why are Black people on dialysis 4-1? Why? Because you're eating shit you're not supposed to be eating. Historically, most Black people are blood type O. because that was the original people. People originated in Africa. I don't care what color you are now as a blood type O, that your genetics come from Africa. And I don't care what Africa was called before colonizers renamed it. I don't give a shit. None of that matters. All of this shit is made up. You know what's not made up? Your blood. Your race is made up. Borders are made up. Names of countries are made up. Cultures are made up. All that shit is made up. You know what's not made up? Your blood. Your genetics. Okay? Not made up. So if you are an O, you are of African descent. I don't care how far removed you are from being a black person. You are still of African descent and you still have those African genetics. Africans were not eating starchy root vegetables. Africans were not and still are not vegetarians. They are meat eaters. This is why blood type O has higher levels of blood, of stomach acid than all the other blood types combined, because their stomachs were designed to consume animal protein, red meat specifically. Nobody else's body can do what O's can do. This is why y'all benefit from a handful of vegetables. Y'all benefit from even less fruit. Okay? Every meal that y'all eat should be meat. You don't need nothing else on your plate except some meat and some onions. That's it. You want to feel good every day? You want to reverse your disease? That's what you need to eat as a blood type O. No sugar, no starches, not a whole bunch of these vegetables that y'all love. Meat, onions, broccoli, green beans. That's it. All this cabbage and Brussels sprouts and cauliflower and all that shit, that's not for y'all. That is not your life. Bread. Africans were not eating no bread. Europeans eat bread. A European diet is grain-based. An African diet is meat-based. This is why Africans have big, white, strong-ass teeth. This is why Europeans have fucked up teeth. Because their entire diet is sugar-based. Have y'all never seen people's teeth in the UK? Y'all have never seen European people's teeth? Their teeth are jacked the fuck up. Y'all out here paying $50,000 for African teeth. Y'all going in to get fake teeth that are African teeth. Do you know that your teeth are extensions of your bones? Which means Africans have extremely strong bones. You know what they weren't drinking? Milk. How'd they get these strong bones without drinking milk? The only people that were convinced to drink milk was us. Let's just face facts. In my mind, African American is a whole race in and of itself. Let's just be real. African American is a whole race all by itself to me, because we are so mixed up DNA wise. Okay. We are so watered down that we have very specific things that are wrong with us because we are in this country. We were taken from that country where we were eating meat, and we were put in a situation where we were no longer allowed to eat meat. So you as a slave were probably eating some grain-based food every day. You were probably eating some starchy root vegetable every day. So you went from eating cows and antelopes and buffalo and all this other shit, which is red meat, which is what kept you strong, which kept you healthy, to now being forced to eat pork and chicken. Pork and chicken are not indigenous to Africa. There is no pork. I know that Africa is a continent, sweetheart. What made you think that I didn't know that? Nobody said Africa was a country. We were forced to eat what we were given, which was pork and chicken, which is what started us down the path of illness, eating scraps, eating what they didn't want to eat. Pork to this day is still not something that's on the continent. Like, you're not going to see pork over there. And if you do see a chicken, it's a live chicken and it don't look nothing like our chickens. These chickens over here are twice the size of the real chickens over there. Because our chickens have been genetically modified to have higher levels of estrogen. Their chickens have not. Chicken is not something that's super duper popular over there until KFC went over there. KFC is over there now. Why do y'all think that they're more sick now than they ever have been? Because they've started adopting a Western diet. So you got Cold Stone ice cream. You got Domino's pizza. You got KFC. Let me think. What else? What other American restaurants, fast food restaurants did I see over there? And let me tell you how they don't even know how to eat these things, because Cold Stone and Domino's were one restaurant. They were one restaurant. So this side was Domino's and then this side was Cold Stone. And they would get a pizza and then they go and they would order ice cream. And they would take a bite of the pizza and then take a bite of the ice cream. You're literally watching them eat the pizza and the ice cream together. And I was just like, what am I going to do? Excuse me, you're not supposed to eat it like that. But this is also why a lot of them are big. A lot of them now have diabetes. Like, diabetes is an epidemic over there now. But if you look at their side, if they stopped eating the side dishes, they will be fine. If you just ate your goat meat, pepper soup, if you just ate your goat meat, a four-row, and you just ate your soups, they will be fine. Because it's just vegetables and meat, right? However, if you are a blood type O and your base of the soup is a nightshade vegetable, you are going to be inflamed. So if your base of your food, the base of your soup is tomato, which most of it is, and then also another base is okra, which is another nightshade vegetable, you're going to be inflamed. The one thing that y'all have to accept, no, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, and Burger King are not over there. Not in Nigeria. Y'all have to learn about these foods. Okay? It's not enough for somebody to tell you what to eat. You have to know whether or not this goes with your body. That's the thing. Okay? Everything is not for everybody. This person may benefit from that food, whereas this is going to make you ill. This person may benefit from that food and it fully digests and they're able to expel it out in a few hours or the next day. You'll eat it and it will never digest in your body. Stop thinking in terms of generalities when it comes to food. Well, what's the best such and such? The best such and such is whatever goes with your particular body. So even when you get your foods list, you should start paying attention to the foods that are on your beneficial list. If that food, after you eat it, doesn't make you feel great, then that's not even for you, even though it's on your beneficial list. Because when you're looking at your foods list, this foods list is just written for weight loss. A lot of the stuff is just going to be low in calories, going to fill you up, like sweet potatoes. Low in calories, going to fill you up, satisfy your little sweet tooth, right? But what is it doing to your health? If you stop focusing on the weight loss and focus on healing your body from whatever disease you have created, because every disease you have, except one you were born with, like a sickle cell, you've created it through your food habits. And if we go deeper and look at our cultures, especially Hispanic culture and soul food culture, those cultures alone are the culprits for us being as sick as we are. Because not one thing in the soul food culture is healthy for you. Name one thing in the soul food culture that's healthy for you. Just put it in the comments. A lot of people will say greens, right? But the way you cook the greens can make the greens unhealthy. Collard greens benefit everybody. But if you're making collard greens with fat back and salted pork, right? Then the greens are now no longer healthy to you. If you're boiling the greens within an inch of their life, what type of benefits are you getting from the greens? Macaroni and cheese is deadly to y'all, especially if you're an O. One of the worst things you can ever eat as a blood type O is macaroni and cheese. And that is a staple in soul food, right? Fried chicken, staple. Fried pork chops, staple. Cornbread, candied yams, staples. Like if I think of the Sunday dinner, everything at the Sunday dinner is deadly to us. Name one thing that's healthy in soul food. Name one thing that's healthy in Hispanic food. And the two sickest groups in America are African Americans and Hispanics. Because at the root of their cultures is chicken and pork. Do y'all know that African Americans eat more meat than all the other races in America? And we only make up 14%. The problem is the meat that we're eating is chicken and pork. 71% of African Americans benefit from red meat only. 71% of Black people in America benefit from red meat only. The other 29% don't benefit from meat at all. So let's talk about bad bacteria in your gut. What y'all need to understand is the human body has more bacteria than it has human cells. We have trillions of bacteria in our bodies, on our skin, okay? And that bacteria is living. Hello. What's up? Come here. What you doing, Juju? That bacteria is living, okay? And it carries out functions in the body. Out of those trillions of bacteria, we have several hundred different strains of bacteria. Black Americans were in the Americas since the immemorial, and we did not all come from Africa. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not here to give fucking history lessons. If you want to give history lessons, you can go on your YouTube and do a live on that. Okay. Hi, Miss Nancy. There's always somebody. African Americans, Black Americans, Black people, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't care. Okay? Back to the bacteria conversation. Right. Nobody gives a fuck about that. We're talking about some fucking food, and you want to give history lessons. If you think that Black people did not come from Africa, then something is fucking wrong with you. Black people came from Africa. All people came from Africa, boo-boo. Maybe you're not going back far enough. The original people came from Africa. Northern Belle. Shut up. Listen. If you have any of these ailments, I want you to put it in the comments, okay? Alopecia, endometriosis, IBS, IBD, any of your skin issues, acne, psoriasis, plaque psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, dermatitis, dandruff, vitiligo, thyroid issues, COPD, certain cancers like stomach cancer and colon cancer, urinary tract infections, yeast infections. All of those things come from bad bacteria in your gut. And people will ask, oh, well, how do I get rid of the bacteria? You cannot get rid of the bacteria in your body. All you can do is convert it from bad to good. How did it get bad? It got bad because you're feeding it food it doesn't like. I'm oversimplifying this thing so that I don't talk above anybody's head. That's one of the major problems that people have, is they don't understand what a doctor is even telling them. The number one reason why people die under a doctor's care is communication, because they don't either understand what the doctor is telling them, or the doctor's talking above their head and in technical terms. When I eat the wrong food, I feel terrible. When I stuck to my, yes, please listen. I don't care how far removed you are from Africa at this point. If you are an O, those are your genetics, and they're going to be your genetics. O's started in Africa. A's originated in Asia. B's originated in the Himalayan highlands. ABs came from the Celtic region. We're the youngest of all of the blood types. And our blood type came from the intermingling of these traveling tribes. You know that ABs are classified as gypsies, like they said that our blood type originated with the gypsies. That explains a lot, though. Okay. Blood type AB is only 300 years old. Blood type O is thousands of years old. Thousands. Okay. So it is your blood that determines how food digests in your body, because it is your blood that determines how much stomach acid you have, what type of let me go back. Your blood is what determines your level of stomach acid, your digestive enzymes, and the types of digestive enzymes and level that you have. And also, Jesus was AB, yes. They tested his shroud and all of that. So it's in the book. And also the bacteria and the strains of bacteria and the level of bacteria you have. Okay. So all four blood types have a different gut microbiome altogether. This is why we all can't eat the same things. This is why that person feels great when they eat something and you feel terrible. This is also how you explain food allergies. Oh, I'm allergic to that. I break out in hives. Well, the next person ate it and didn't break out in hives. How do you explain that? Your blood. Okay. So when it comes to this bacteria, you eating all the wrong foods for that bacteria is why it has triggered those particular ailments in your body. So how do we reverse them? Stop eating the foods that are feeding the ailments and start eating the food that your body's bacteria likes. Now you're making your body's bacteria happy, which means you're not going to feed the disease that it triggered anymore. It will then go away. Greens and fish are healthy for me. I saute my. What is your blood type? Oxtail for blood type O, but of course they put seasonings there that might make it unhealthy. You know what is the best way to eat oxtail? Oxtail soup. Okay? Because some of y'all are not strong enough to eat oxtail without the rice and peas and the other starches and the gravy and all that. Oxtail soup is the best way for y'all to eat oxtail. It's just a clear broth, oxtail, green onions, boom, done. It is literally the best thing you've ever had. The simplest and best thing you've ever had. Put them oxtail in your pressure cooker and oxtail pho without the rice noodles. Once in a while, y'all can have rice noodles. It's not going to kill you. But get oxtail. If you want some good soup, oxtail pho. And most pho places don't put the noodles in the broth, so you'll have the broth and the oxtail. But that's how you should do it. Okay? The worst thing you can give your body's bacteria as a blood type O is dairy foods. Totally pisses off your body's bacteria. Just makes it. And the thing is, they have made you guys believe that Greek yogurt and kefir and raw cow's milk and all these things are going to help your body's gut bacteria, when in all actuality, it wrecks it. And the people that make this stuff know that. I can only eat rice twice a week before I start. Yep. And I benefit from rice, and I rarely eat it. Very rarely. Gladiator cage fight time. Y'all always think Link is so nice, don't you? Look at him here. Link is so nice. He's so sweet. If y'all don't get off my chair, you having a good time? Come here. Come here. You having a good time? Please don't scratch Grandma's leg. I have the most horrible scar on my leg from you. So listen. The worst thing you can eat as a blood type O is dairy food. Your gut hates it. Cut out all of that Greek yogurt. Y'all, please don't eat none of that cottage cheese shit going around. Cottage cheese is for blood type B and blood type AB. It is not for O and it is not for A. 86% of the U.S. population can never have dairy food, ever. Sweet potato pie, stuffing, pork ribs, corn cake. What, girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about over there, guy? Anime crossover bro. What are you talking about? Y'all got y'all tea? Look at how pretty my tea is. I bet your tea don't look like my tea. I bet it don't. Did y'all go pick up y'all tea? It's on sale now. Go get it before we run out. The second worst thing you can do for your body's gut bacteria is eat corn. Anything with corn. You know that all the liquor that y'all out here drinking is made with corn? All the liquor on the market, even the white liquor, is made from corn. Some of the white liquor is made from potatoes, but the majority of the white liquor is made from corn. Ethanol, to be exact. And I remember, I know that I'm blood type. Blood type what? You never said what your blood type is. And I remember eating kidney beans, 2 plate, and I remember the second day, oh my gosh, I got an atomic. Yeah, that's not for you, boo-boo. Blood type O is not for all those beans and legumes and all of these things that are carbohydrates. Y'all cannot have anything that turns into sugar in your body. That's the simplest way for you to remember how you are supposed to eat as a blood type O is you cannot have no sugar. Every single carbohydrate that you eat turns into sugar in your body. That is what is at the root of all of y'all's problems. For blood type A, it's their lack of protein. For blood type B, it's their sensitivity to lectins. For blood type AB, it's their sensitivity to lectins and stress. But for blood type O, it's sugar. The technical reason blood type O can't tolerate sugar is because you don't have any sugar on your blood cells. That's why. The technical scientific reason is because you don't have any antigens on your red blood cells. Antigens are little sugars on the outside of our red blood cells. If you don't have no antigens, you can't tolerate sugar. And the only reason blood type B and AB can tolerate certain cultured dairy is because the B antigen is the same sugar that's in cow's milk. It's actually called galactose. The sugar that is the antigen on our red blood cells is technically called galactose. Y'all know it as lactose. Galactose is the sugar. But I guess they figured we couldn't say galactose. So they just call it lactose. We're too dumb to call it galactose. Okay. Anything with ose is sugar. So dextrose, sucrose, fructose, lactose, all sugars. As a blood type O, all you need is red meat, certain vegetables, very limited fruits. When you go and get your foods list, you will see. Y'all can quickly turn these ailments around. Y'all are so lucky. The only reason I would want to be a blood type O is simplicity. Just knowing that I would just get up, I can just get up and just have some red meat today and be happy and healthy and build muscle and elevate my mood and sleep great and have no inflammation. I love simplicity. I love a no-brainer way of doing anything. That's a no-brainer way of doing everything. Knowing that every day I just get to get up and have something beef. Super simple. Once in a while you can have it because it's on your neutral list. Just don't do it all the time. Okay? So listen, you know what else messes up your gut bacteria? Y'all are so spoiled. So lucky. The strongest cardiovascular system, the strongest immune system. You make muscle like that. Just simply eating red meat makes muscle. And the red meat elevates your dopamine and your serotonin, which makes you happy. Crazy. Okay? Y'all are very lucky. Those are what you call good genes. Blood type A is the opposite, which is crazy. Okay? But it is what it is. So here's the thing. What else makes your gut bacteria super angry? Oranges. Oranges and orange juice. And we have been programmed to believe that orange juice is so good for us. This is where you're going to get your vitamin C. Vitamin C is so vital to your health. Bop, bop, whoop, whoop. It's doctor recommended. Anything that they say is doctor recommended, we just immediately trust it. And it's a lie because the doctors have been paid to say it was recommended. Oranges are bad for every single blood type. It creates bad bacteria in everyone's gut. I get immediate heartburn the minute I drink some orange juice. Just acid reflux and heartburn. Okay. You know what else makes your gut bacteria bad? Potatoes. How would you like to know that you have alopecia? You got bald spots because you like to eat potatoes. Why do people feel the need to eat breakfast? Programming. Because you're not hungry. You are not hungry in the morning. Even though you may wake up and have hunger pains, you know what that is? Your body's dehydrated. You're not hungry in the morning. You're thirsty because you've slept for 7, 8 hours and you've had no water in 7 or 8 hours. The first thing you should do when you wake up in the morning is drink a bottle of water, especially with lemon in it. It is just sugar water. But all fruits, if you juice all fruits, is just sugar water. That's why I think blending is better because at least you still have the fiber in it, but it's all sugar water. You know what's worse than orange juice? Apple juice. As far as sugar water is concerned, apple juice is just straight sugar. Okay. Also, when you juice, you get too many servings of that fruit. Because if you just ate the fruit, if you just ate an orange, you would not sit and eat 3 or 4 oranges. Right? If you just ate an apple, you wouldn't eat 3 or 4 apples. But if you're juicing it, you want to get a significant amount of juice. So now you got to juice a half a bag of apples. Right? You done juice the whole bag of oranges to get a glass of orange juice. That's what's happening. So you're getting too many servings, first of all. Okay. The biggest problem that we have as far as our health is concerned is that we are eating too much food. That's the biggest problem. Okay. A major problem is the fact that we're eating the wrong foods, but we're also eating the wrong foods too often. There's no need for us to be eating 3 times a day. The only reason that they want us to eat 3 times a day is because it makes them money. So we have been programmed to eat breakfast food. They literally have named it breakfast food, lunch meat. So we have a specific meat for lunch. We have specific food for breakfast. We have specific food for dinner. So they want to sell you 3 sets of food per day. And we've all been programmed to do it. So we have literally been programmed to live our lives according to a clock. Breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time. Breakfast time is between 7 and 11. Lunch time is between 12 and 4. Dinner time is between 5 and 9. And then they used to eat supper. Yeah, I need to post all of that Edward Bernays stuff and the orange juice stuff. I'll try to find that stuff tonight because it's in my photos on my phone. But he's the father of propaganda. He created breakfast. They created breakfast to sell pork products, to sell bacon and sausage. That was why an advertising agency created breakfast. That's how it all began. Then in the 70s, they started making cereals. But breakfast was to sell pork. So that's the history. Listen, man, we're being scammed. All the foods that we have been told were healthy for us is only to lead us to future disease. All the foods we have been told were so healthy for us is just to create disease that they can capitalize on. Yep, that's it. And this is your opportunity to break these habits, because we have been passing these habits down for generations. And the only way we are going to break these habits is to learn what we're supposed to be eating. Because right now, they got 70% of us on prescription drugs. 70% of America is on at least one prescription drug. And trust and believe they are pushing for 99%. Let me tell you the most diabolical reason they want you under a doctor's care. When you are under a doctor's care, you no longer own your body. When you are under a doctor's care, you no longer have the right to your own body. So anytime a doctor wants you to go in, be thrown in a psych ward, they can come and pick you up and put you on a psychiatric hold, and you will have to get an attorney to get you out. If your kids are on a prescription drug from your doctor and you are not giving that kid that medicine because of the side effects you notice with your child, they can call CPS to come pick your kid up. And you will have to get an attorney to get your kid back. Go look it up. Every state has different laws, but the common law that they all have is if you're under a doctor's care, the doctor owns you. Because if you are not taking the drugs that they tell you to take, you are marked as non-compliant. How many of you guys have been marked in your file as non-compliant because you won't take what they prescribed? They basically have let all the doctors know that you hard-headed. It is crazy. Go, especially if you're in New York. Well, you know, the medical industry that we have today was created by John D. Rockefeller. And all of those rich families are all, y'all know that all those rich families are all, do you want me to say it? All those families are in those secret societies. John D. Rockefeller created allopathic medicine in order to sell petroleum-based drugs. He had a product, which is petroleum, which was a runoff of his oil, and he wanted to find some way to sell this petroleum. And the drugs that you're taking today are still profiting the Rockefeller family. They funded all of the medical schools. 93% of the doctors in America practice allopathic medicine. They are medical doctors. Their entire job is to dispense petroleum-based drugs for the benefit of the Rockefeller family. Do you know what the number one industry in America is? Pharmaceutical. The number one industry in America is the pharmaceutical industry. And it is the pharmaceutical industry that has bought every single organization out here, from the American Heart Association to the Diabetes Organization, to every association that has anything to do with health. Big Pharma has funded every last one of them. Just like if you go to the American Heart Association website, it tells you the foods that you're supposed to be eating, and all those foods are a problem. If you go to the Arthritis Association website, all the foods that they say benefit you are foods that literally trigger inflammation in your body. So the websites are getting you to eat foods that are going to make your disease worse. Breast cancer. They take in $6 billion a year in breast cancer research. They know what causes breast cancer. They know how to keep people from having breast cancer. They know that their money is going to come from the treatment of cancer. And you're going to die. Cancer doesn't kill you. The treatment kills you. I'm in medicine. They told us to find something wrong so that we can go home with drugs. That's it. This is why they don't teach them about food, because food is they don't want food. Food is actually going to heal them. How is this industry going to survive if everybody is healthy? And that's just like I said, you don't take your car into the shop and say, find something wrong with it. You don't take your car in for a routine checkup. If you go in for a routine checkup, I guarantee you they're going to find something. And y'all, every year, I'm going in to get my annual physical. So you are literally setting yourself up for somebody to lie to you about something. Because trust and believe, if I would have believed those people when they told me I had lymphoma, I'd be dead today just from the treatment. If I would have bought into what they told me and didn't push back, I'd be dead. Their job is to sell drugs. There is no difference between the guy on the corner and the guy with the white coat, other than a degree and the laws that govern the drugs. That's why when I say it's interesting to me that people look down their noses at crackheads, but you got a whole purse full of brown bottles. A drug addict is a drug addict. You're scared to come off of those prescription drugs. You're scared to come off of high blood pressure medication. But you just can't understand how somebody can't come off of crack or meth. But you scared to death to come off of the high blood pressure medication. I'm going to tell you what, my doctor did his best to get me addicted to opioids. And if I had not flushed those opioids down the toilet and went into a cold sweat for the next 48 hours and throwing up in a bucket and all of that, I would still be on Dilaudid. Miss Blessings, I know you know what Dilaudid is. My doctor was calling me. Oh, are you still in pain? Yes, we'll come and get a prescription. Why your doctor calling you? Did you know I found out from my research that Dilaudid makes, the way the drug is designed, it makes your body or your brain believe you are in more pain than you actually are. So my doctor was calling me asking me if I was still in pain. When the drug that you're giving me makes me believe I'm in pain. And then my boss, who was a big partier in the 70s, was like, they got you on Dilaudid. Oh my God, that was our pill of choice back in the club. Do you know how expensive Dilaudid is? You can get $25 a pill on the street for that. When I told him that I had flushed those pills down the toilet, he was like, what? Do you know you could have got $25 on the street for you? Well, I'm not a drug dealer, so how would I know that? I was addicted to opioids for 8 years, and they prescribed me whatever I wanted, and I went cold turkey also. Do you know that the company that made oxycodone, they gave that family a slap on the wrist? All them people that died from oxy and all of that stuff, they just made them pay a fine. Oxy ravaged the Midwest, and the family made billions of dollars from oxycodone. They went to court, and all they did was fine those people. They made them pay some millions of dollars for all of those families that were destroyed by those drugs. I stopped smoking weed after eating from them. That's fantastic. That's why they don't want weed to be legal, because weed is way healthier for you than all this. You know what? One of the worst drugs ever is alcohol. Alcohol is 10 times worse than most of the shit out there right now. Alcohol destroys your brain. It destroys your other organs. Alcohol is one of the worst things on the market. And to now know that alcohol is made from corn, and that literally stops your body from being able to produce insulin. But that's legal though. You know why? Because you would be too healthy if you were not drinking it. And then all this research is now coming out saying that cancer is caused by alcohol. Well, yeah, because cancer feeds on sugar, and corn is sugar. Alcohol is made from corn, and corn is straight sugar, and cancer feeds on sugar. How many of y'all got thyroid issues? Hey, Shelby, where you been? How many of y'all got thyroid issues? For some reason, blood type O, y'all have a lot of thyroid issues. Man, Dilaudid is something else. I was on BP meds, and every day I had severe headaches till I dropped them. At the hospital, they said it's a side effect. So they told you to continue to take them even though you had headaches every day? I had so many side effects off of that Dilaudid. It was crazy. First of all, I'm allergic to all pain meds. So whenever I take a pain med, like Vicodin made me nauseous. Percocet made me throw up. Dilaudid made me itch. So whenever I took Dilaudid, I would have to take Benadryl with it. Even penicillin. I can't even take penicillin. Okay. I had every single side effect Dilaudid gives you. Every one. These doctors don't give a damn. They do not care. They do not care. Because like I said yesterday, almost 1 million people die under a doctor's care. Oh, almost 800,000 people every year die under a doctor's care. And nobody gives a damn. And how can you not consider that population control? Because the majority of the people that die under a doctor's care are Medicaid patients. 15,000 people a month, Medicaid receivers, Medicaid insured people die under a doctor's care. 15,000. So you getting rid of the poor and undesirable. That's why nobody gives a damn. Okay. So if you have thyroid issues, your thyroid issues are coming from bad bacteria in your gut. Go look it up. I'm not making nothing up. Go look it up. Have a good night. Listen, your thyroid problems come from having bad bacteria in your gut. If you are a blood type O, I'll remind you again what it is: dairy, corn, potatoes, oranges. But there are 4 vegetables that create such an angry and antagonistic bacteria in your gut that it causes your body's own immune system to attack your thyroid. This is where your thyroid problems come from. So instead of letting these people take your thyroid out, because your thyroid secretes 3 very important hormones. So instead of allowing them to take your thyroid out and then put you on Synthroid for the rest of your life, stop eating cabbage, cauliflower, mustard greens, and Brussels sprouts. Do you eat any of those vegetables, Nanny Bay? Do you eat any of those? If you are eating dairy, potatoes, corn, oranges and orange juice, Brussels sprouts, mustard greens, cauliflower, and cabbage, that's why you got thyroid issues. It doesn't matter if it's not on a regular or not. If you're eating it, it goes against your genetics. It's creating bad bacteria in your gut. If you've ever had leaky gut, do y'all know what leaky gut is? Leaky gut is when your intestines become, stop eating them. Go get your food. Who doesn't have their food list? Who here does not have your food list? Your food list tells you exactly what you are supposed to be eating. Okay? Go get your foods list from the website, brewitbaby.com. Then go join our Facebook group, which is called Heal by Blood Type. Okay? Do not eat the neutral foods. Do not eat the avoid foods. Okay? Only eat the beneficial foods, and please don't eat no potatoes. I know when you look at your list, you'll see sweet potatoes as beneficial. They're not beneficial for your disease. They're not beneficial for your health. They're only beneficial for weight loss because they fill you up and they're low in calories. But nobody needs that sugar. Nobody needs that overabundance of potassium because it's going to mess your kidneys up. And ain't no sweet potatoes worth being on dialysis. Okay? Ain't no sweet potatoes on this planet worth being on no damn dialysis. Ain't nothing sexy about dialysis. Okay? If you have leaky gut, it's because you're eating foods that make your intestines soft. So that when food is being digested, the food breaks through your intestinal wall and leaks out into your gut, which is crazy to me. You know what causes leaky gut? The same usual suspects again. Same usual suspects again. Oh, we need to go over here. But also, let's talk about coffee for a second. Coffee causes leaky gut. Coffee makes your intestines soft. Okay, let me clarify something for you. When I say coffee, that means decaf as well. I didn't say you couldn't have caffeine. I said coffee was bad. Not only does coffee make your intestines soft, but it also stops your body from making collagen. Collagen is the body's most important protein. It makes up 30% of your body's protein supply. 30. Okay. Our bodies make protein, like keratin is a protein as well. Collagen is responsible for healthy hair, skin, and nails, but also the cartilage between your joints and your bones. So when you are eating something that stops collagen from being produced, you are no longer going to have cartilage being created in between your joints and your bones. Your bone's going to be bone on bone. And cartilage will regrow. It will regenerate. But you have to stop drinking something that depletes the collagen. Okay? So if you are a person that drinks coffee, try switching over to green tea. And if you need caffeine, just get caffeinated green tea. I can't find you on TikTok. They put me off TikTok, sweetheart. That's why you can't find me over there. But I'm much happier here. I just made a post in the group yesterday. Said, I noticed that I don't cuss nearly as much as I used to on TikTok. Y'all know every day I was cussing somebody out. I still use curse words, but I just don't be cussing as much. And I think it's because the environment's just different. You know, we had a lot of bots over there and just nutty folks. Okay. But what else gives you leaky gut? Tomatoes, corn, dairy foods, again, vinegar also. Yeah, I had to cut somebody out every day over there. Vinegar is also made from corn. And that also makes your intestines weak. And you know what? I was just angry over there. Because not only was it the crowd, but also TikTok was messing with me every single day. God, every single day, there was always something going on. I'm getting banned. I'm getting put off for this. I'm getting a violation for this. I'm getting a strike for that. Then everybody just, you know, anytime they want to, they can just report your live, whether it was right or not. So there are also a lot of doctors on TikTok, and they hated me telling y'all this stuff. I was getting reported mainly from doctors because there was always some doctor creeping in the comments, and eventually they would speak up. Well, I'm a doctor, and you're part of the problem, sir. I don't give a shit whether you're a doctor or not. And I think when somebody says that they're a doctor, that you're immediately supposed to have some level of respect for them. Why? Because you went to school for 10 years? But you still don't know nothing. How you go to school for 10 years and you still don't know nothing? I mean, I just got banned. My other account, I always got a lot of nurses. But my other account that they just banned, I wasn't even posting over there. So what did I get put off for there? Oh, for what? I don't even care anymore. So let me tell you why your metabolism is slow. If you're eating wheat, kidney beans, and navy beans, those lectins in those three things interfere with your hormones that run your metabolism. So instead of turning those hormones turning your food into energy, it is now breaking it down and turning it into sugar and then storing it as fat. And that's what's slowing down your metabolism. Okay. So how do we turn this around? For a blood type O, it's so simple. Okay. All y'all need to do is start eating red meat every single day. Y'all are the only blood type that benefits from beef. The only one. The only one. Okay. The first time y'all eat some beef, everything's going to change. Put in the comments how y'all felt the first time y'all ate some red meat after hearing this information. Put your body's reaction in the comments. How did you feel? Just all you new people, I want you to read the comments. How did you feel the very first time you ate a steak or a hamburger with no bun or a roast or whatever the red meat was that you chose as your first one? Fantastic. How was your energy? You didn't even fall asleep after you ate the food, did you? Then you woke up the next day a pound lighter than you were the day before, energized. Because what y'all don't seem to understand is food is supposed to energize you. If you ever eat some food and it makes you sleepy or makes you tired, it was the wrong food for you. Food is supposed to give you energy. And as a blood type O, that is exactly what red meat is going to do for you. Lamb for the first time. Just energy. You said you felt like you was missing some of your whole life. You were. You were. No inflammation afterwards. Y'all slept like a baby. Woke up the next day with energy and elevated mood. Y'all don't even know what y'all been missing all this time. And somebody done convinced y'all that you're supposed to live your life on vegetables. And now you have all these ailments. You got thyroid issues. You got kidney issues. You got skin issues. You got alopecia and all this other stuff. Pain and inflammation. And you living on all these things that are supposed to be so healthy for you. Why are you sick? Why are you tired? Why is your skin not clear? Why? You know what is a perfect side dish for y'all as a blood type O? Onions. All y'all need is a hunk of red meat and some sauteed onions, raw onions, green onions, red onions, white onions, yellow onions, Vidalia. It don't matter. All y'all need is some beef and some onions. You want to wash it down? Wash it down with some pineapple juice. And watch how you feel in the morning. Y'all benefit from beef, lamb, veal, venison, bison, which is buffalo. And then what's going to make your gut bacteria happy is onions, broccoli, collard greens, string beans, and anti-inflammatory food for y'all is fish that's high in omega-3s. So cod, red snapper, trout. Super simple. Okay. The only thing that is hurting you as a blood type O is eating carbohydrates and eating certain vegetables and eating all of these fruits. All of these things that turn into sugar in your body is your problem. Okay. You want to reverse your ailments. You want to stabilize your blood pressure. You want to do all these things. This is what it's going to take. You have to stop eating the things that are hurting you and start eating the things that will heal you. Because there's no in between. Everything that you eat is either healing your body or killing your body. There is no in between. So go to brewitbaby.com or ceorganics.com. Get your foods list. Start tomorrow. In the first 7 days, you're going to lose 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. But more importantly, you're going to feel better than you have felt in decades. I promise. Okay? That's it for blood type O. Where's blood type A? Blood type A, y'all are literally the complete opposite of O. Where O has it easy, y'all have it hard. You do. Okay? O has the strongest cardiovascular system, the strongest immune system. They gain muscle simply by eating red meat. Blood type A is the opposite. Look at that. Your husband stopped eating chicken for 2 years now and no more pain in his legs. What's your husband's blood type? Everybody should stop eating chicken immediately. No, B is next after A. Everybody should stop eating chicken immediately. That's why, because chicken will kill you. Chicken will literally kill you if you are blood type B and blood type AB. Chicken was my problem too. I was in pain from head to toe. I was in so much pain I could not walk. Okay? And it was chicken. My son is blood type B. Chicken was killing both of us. And once he started eating for his blood type, he lost 60 pounds in the first 6 months. Just every blood type should stop eating chicken. Not one blood type benefits from chicken. Not one. Chicken is what is at the root of autoimmune diseases, fibroids, PCOS, autoimmune. All the autoimmune diseases are linked back to chicken because autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. Okay? Chicken is literally the worst thing any of us can eat. You will feel the difference in just the first 3 days of not eating it. Yeah, that chicken was going to take him out. He was going to either have a stroke or it's a wonder he didn't have blood clots. It's a wonder he didn't have blood clots. I suspected I had blood clots. People in my family died from blood clots. The last time I talked to my aunt, she had just gotten out of the hospital for blood clots. Come to find out, all of them are B's. Now, mind you, I told y'all that my father's side of the family is big. Like the normal average size is 300 pounds and above. It's your favorite meat, but it's going to kill you, sweetheart. Because it's just a matter of time before you have cysts or fibroids or breast cancer tumors, because estrogen is a growth hormone. So it creates growths in the body. Why y'all think African American women always got to have a hysterectomy? We have hysterectomies 3-to-1. We always got some endometriosis. We always got some fibroids. We always got some cysts. Why is it that we have more of these issues than other races of women? Because we have more estrogen in our blood, Black men and Black women, than all other races of people. Who eats more meat than anybody in America? Black people. And guess what that meat is? Chicken. So ask yourself, how many chicken restaurants are in your neighborhood? Both chicken and liquor raise your estrogen. Estrogen is what feeds autoimmune diseases. How many chicken restaurants and how many liquor stores are in your neighborhood? Black women are at the top of all of the autoimmune disease lists. Lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, MS. We're at the top. Why is that? Because we are feeding our body a steady stream of estrogen, which is then feeding and keeping alive your autoimmune disease. Diseases cannot survive in your body if they don't have anything to feed on. Y'all cannot tell me you feel good after eating chicken. You can't. You can't possibly. You cannot. And we were eating chicken like 3-4 times a week. Just getting bigger and bigger, more unexplained pain. Couldn't understand why. Why am I in so much pain? I'm eating healthy chicken. Ask yourselves why they have told us chicken was so healthy. Think about it. All the stuff that they tell us is healthy is the stuff that's killing us. Corona, did you find out what your blood type is? You better have gotten that Amazon blood test. You better not come over here asking no questions if you ain't find. I told you I believe you're a blood type O. What's your blood type? Yep. What's your blood type? You got to take your dog out. Corona, did you go get your Eldon blood typing kit? Who here doesn't know what their blood type is? If you do not know what your blood type is, please go to Amazon and get the Eldon blood typing kit. Go get it. Did you order the kit, man? As a blood type A, at the root of all of your problems is that you guys are not getting enough protein. The body runs on protein. Every single blood type, the body runs on protein. The objective is to know what protein benefits you. We've been brainwashed and programmed to believe that these grains and these vegetables is what's going to make us healthy, and it is literally the complete opposite of that. It is the meat. And the reason that plant-based meat and chicken and pork has been pushed on us is because they don't want broke people eating their red meat. The same doctor that tells you to eat more chicken is going home to a steak every day. When y'all think about what rich people eat, you don't think about rich people eating no damn pork chops. You don't think about no damn rich people eating no chicken wings with a side of fries and mambo sauce, do you? When you think about what rich people eat, what comes to mind? When I think about what rich people eat, it's a big old steak, ain't it? Then why do they want poor people eating Beyond Meat? Why they want y'all living off of vegetables, chicken and pork? Oh, thank you, Shivani, for the money. Thank you for the tips. Y'all do know that y'all can send me tips over here on Instagram too, right? I have yet to see y'all send me any gifts or any tips over here. Let's see how that works. See, send me something. Let's see how it works. They have brainwashed us into believing that we're supposed to be living on beans and chickpeas while they sitting at home eating steak and shit. Steak and lobster. Ain't gotta be. So as a blood type A, y'all can't eat none of that animal protein. Y'all can't eat no red meat, no pork, no organ meats, no crustaceans, which is lobster and crab. Thank you. Y'all, blood type A, listen up, because black women love a seafood boil. You want to know why, as a blood type A, y'all are so sick? Because y'all can't have shellfish or crustaceans. Blood type A does not have enough stomach acid to digest animal protein or foods that are high in saturated fats. All crustaceans and shellfish are high in saturated fats. So y'all gonna have to let go of these seafood boils, because here's the problem. Blood type A is already predisposed to diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. You have thicker blood than all the other blood types. And then to add insult to injury, y'all have a steady stream of cortisol, which is your stress hormone, in your blood 24 hours a day. This is why blood type A always feels stressed and anxious and perfectionistic and overthinking, overanalyzing, because you have a stress hormone in your blood all day, every day. And the worst thing about cortisol is this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. The worst thing about cortisol is it can make you a diabetic. Because when your cortisol is high, like if you're stressing out more than just the norm, it raises your cortisol levels. Did y'all know that your cortisol and your blood sugar are naturally high in the morning? Did y'all know that? This is also why people have more heart attacks in the morning. Blood type A has more heart attacks than everybody else too. Let me tell you how the body is set up. Our bodies are naturally high in cortisol and blood sugar in the morning because that is your body's way of getting you enough energy to get up and get out and get moving. Okay? The problem is, though, most breakfast foods are going to also raise your blood sugar, especially oats. Oats is one of the worst things any of us can eat. So if you're eating oatmeal, if you're giving oatmeal to your kids, please, that's another thing. Stop. Because it also raises the estrogen levels in your body as well. Okay? Most of the breakfast foods that you're eating are based in wheat or oats or some type of grain. So your cereals, your toast, your breakfast sandwiches, all of that stuff is wheat based, right? So your blood sugar is already high in the morning. Your cortisol is already high in the morning. So if your blood sugar is high, your body puts more insulin into your bloodstream, right? So now you have high cortisol and high insulin. That's what it is. It's four horses. But the only reason they made y'all believe that oats were so healthy is because they wanted to sell you the oats. They're not, if they told us the truth about the foods that we eat, we would never eat them. That's why there's no such thing as truth in advertising. Because if they told us the truth, we'd never eat it. Thank you. And I'm 56. My green tea is always on hand. And I also drink a lot of water too, though. Okay. If they told us that oats skyrocket our blood sugar, if they told us that chicken creates fibroids and cysts and an overabundance of estrogen, which trigger disease in the body, would you eat it? If they told you that potatoes wreck your kidneys and you're going to eventually end up with chronic kidney disease and on dialysis, would you eat it? If they told you all of the cereals that you're eating in the morning made you depressed and anxious and angry, would you eat it? Thank you. You wouldn't eat it. So the only reason you guys believe these things are healthy, which I don't understand how you still believe these things are healthy when you are sick, is because of advertising, because of commercials, because of the labels. Do you know that it is legal for them to lie on the labels? The only place they have to tell us the truth on product packaging is in the ingredient section. They are allowed to say whatever they want to say. The only reason y'all think cholesterol is a bad thing is because of Cheerios. Glyphosate. Do you know what grain has the most glyphosate? Oats. Oats also has a chemical called chlormequat in it. Chlormequat is a chemical that targets your reproductive organs. It's highest in oat-based foods. Go look it up. So even if you're feeding your kids oats cereal, oatmeal, granola. And you know what brands have the highest chloromethylate levels? Quaker and Walmart brand oat products. They're supposed to remove Quaker oats from the market in 2025. But guess who's the president now? Y'all remember when I started telling y'all about the oats? It was in 2023. They had struck a deal for Quaker Oats to pull their products from the shelves in 2025. I started telling y'all about the oats in January of 2023. Fox News didn't report on the oats until 2024, a full year later. Now here we are. Quaker Oats ain't taking nothing off the shelves because now we have an administration that has rolled back regulations on our food. No one is protecting us from these corporations. No one. So the only way to protect ourselves is to understand what these foods do in our bodies. And you as parents need to know what your children's blood types are. The best thing you can do for your family, the biggest legacy you can create for your family is breaking these habits. I don't care what else I accomplish in this world. The best thing I've done is getting my son to eat according to his blood type. Because he's not going to eat like the generation before us. Think about it. Everybody in the generation before you either has diabetes or arthritis or some type of illness that they're on a prescription drug for. You're still eating the same foods they eat. My grandma and all her sisters were all diabetics. My father was a diabetic. My mom died at 41. My brother died at 28. Both of them from aneurysms. Why would I eat the way they eat? We are passing down bad habits and recipes from generation to generation to generation. If those recipes created diabetes in your mom and your grandma, why are we still eating those recipes? Because we have the same blood types and we're eating the same foods, which means we're going to have the same disease. It's unavoidable. So when the doctor says that you got your disease from genetics, he's not lying. You know how when you go in and you ask the doctor, well, I don't understand why I have this disease, and he says it's genetics? He's not lying. The food that you eat doesn't go with your genetics. Period. So as a blood type A, you cannot eat no meat. You cannot eat no foods that are high in saturated fats. That also means industrial oils, corn oil, safflower, sunflower, canola, soybean. All of those oils will not digest in your body. So that means it's just in there. Because if your body can't break it down, you can't shit it out. Now you got old putrefying food living in your body. This is why blood type A has more stomach cancer than all the other blood types. Because you got old, dead, putrefying food that has no way of being expelled from your body because your body can't break it down. You also cannot have no tropical oils. That's coconut oil, avocado oil, palm kernel oil. If you look at a lot of processed foods, you'll see palm kernel oil is in all of them. Rule of thumb: if you have an ingredients list on the package, you shouldn't be eating it. If you have an ingredients list on the food, you shouldn't be eating it. Because if there is an ingredients list on the food, then it's processed. There's no ingredients list on steak. There's no ingredients list on onions. There's no ingredients list on broccoli, fish. Whole Foods don't need an ingredients list. So as a blood type A, your biggest problem is that your body doesn't have enough protein. Okay? And even if you are eating proteins, because your body cannot digest them, then your body's not getting any of the benefits from them because it can't extract the minerals and nutrients from the food. Okay? So, with the cortisol in your blood, the cortisol, when it gets high, raises your blood sugar. When your blood sugar gets high, it releases even more insulin into your bloodstream. When that insulin is high and your cortisol is high, that's two hormones that are high, your body requires even more minerals from the food to bring those two hormones back into balance. Well, if you're not eating the right proteins so that it can extract those minerals, you're fucked. Because what happens when you're not feeding your body enough minerals for it to function properly? You are now forcing your body to extract minerals from your teeth and your bones. Your body will take it upon itself. Some of y'all are just alive because your body has taken over. Your body has said, move, get out the way. That's your body's bacteria if you really need to know. Your body will suck all the minerals it can out of your bones and your teeth. This is how you end up with osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis, your gum disease, your cavities, your weak teeth, your low bone density. All of that comes from your minerals are extracted from your bones. Why do you think people need hip replacement surgery? Why do you think people need knee replacement surgery? Because their body has sucked the minerals out of their bones. Okay. And when you also have mineral deficiencies, that is the root of mental illnesses. So your depression and your anxiety, your bipolarism, your schizophrenia, your ADHD, your OCD, your autism, your alcohol abuse, your drug abuse, all of those things stem from mineral deficiencies in the body. So, as a blood type A, you also have thicker blood than everyone else. This is what is also at the root of you guys being predisposed to heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 killer in America. Let me tell you what my theory is about that. Your heart disease is not coming from red meat. Your heart disease is not coming from cholesterol. They have been lying to us about cholesterol for the past 20 years. And the only reason that they lie to y'all about cholesterol is to sell you statins. There is no link between high cholesterol and heart disease. Not one. There are no symptoms that you experience having high cholesterol. So why are you on a pill to deal with your symptoms that you do not have? If you are taking statins right now to lower your cholesterol, I suggest you flush them down the toilet because it's just a matter of time before you end up with dementia. Cholesterol is to our body what oil is to your car. Your body cannot even heal itself if your cholesterol levels are low. Your brain is made of cholesterol. What feeds your brain? Cholesterol. Your liver makes cholesterol. The LDL is the car that drives the HDL to your brain, drops the food off at your brain, and goes back home. So the LDL, the bad cholesterol, is literally DoorDash. And your doctor is giving you something to starve your brain. And then you wonder why the nursing homes are full of people that don't know who they are. And here's the crazy part about it. If somebody has dementia and they stop taking statins, their memories will come back in 3 days. Did y'all know that? Because you don't lose your memory. You just lose access to your memories. And that's what the statins do. They keep your brain from tapping in to your memories. Your memories haven't gone anywhere. They're still where they always were. You just don't have access to them anymore. So once you stop taking the statins, if you have dementia, because dementia is a doctor-made disease. Dementia didn't even exist in the 70s. A lot of these diseases are doctor drug-made diseases. Do you know that most of the people that have lupus got it from medicine? And guess who has more lupus than everyone else? Black women. There are 25 different drugs that your doctor can prescribe to you that will trigger lupus in your body. 3 of them are antibiotics. I got to find that video because I had made a video that listed all 25 of the drugs. You can go look it up though. You can Google it. The 25 drugs that trigger lupus in your body. Black women have more heart disease than everyone else. And heart disease is the #1 killer in America. Why is it that we always are at the top of the list? Well, blood type A has naturally thicker blood. Blood type A is 42% of the US population. So literally 55% of the US population benefits from red meat. The whole population. Low magnesium will kill you, ma'am. Go get you a supplement. I take Ultra Mag every day. You have mineral deficiencies from you not eating the right food. Go get Ultra Mag off the website. It also will help you sleep, so take it at night. Okay? Your blood is thicker than everyone else's, which is at the root of your heart disease. 55% of the US population benefits from red meat. That is blood type O and blood type B. The other 45% does not. That's 42% is A and 3% is AB. We don't benefit from meat at all. So we have to find alternatives for protein. That would be fish, that would be tofu, and for blood type AB, that's turkey. But blood type O and B benefits from red meat only. Your blood is already thick as a blood type A, but there are actually foods that make your blood even thicker. Hey girl, hey, where you been? How many of you guys are on blood thinners? You know who should, if you are a blood type O and your doctor has you on blood thinners, you're being scammed. If you are a blood type O and your doctor put you on blood thinners, you're being scammed. Because blood type O, hey, blood type O has the thinnest blood of all the blood types. So thin that if y'all got into an accident, it's highly likely that you will bleed out because you have very little blood clotting factor 8. Blood type A has an overabundance of blood clotting factor 8. These foods make your blood even thicker. This is why you guys are prone to blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs, heart attacks, and strokes. Vinegar makes your blood thicker. Do you know that vinegar is in every condiment in your house? Your ketchup, your mustard, your mayonnaise, your pickles, your relish, your olives, your barbecue sauce, your hot sauce, all your salad dressings. And then y'all got people out here taking vinegar shots because somebody told y'all that it will lower your belly fat. You had a client? Okay, businesswoman. You know what else makes your blood thick? Oranges. Oranges and orange juice. Told you, oranges will kill you as a blood type A. Oranges. The thing that they have programmed us to believe is so healthy for us will kill 42% of the population. Because as a matter of fact, the oranges that you guys have been consuming your entire life are rotten. Because real oranges are green on the outside. Fresh oranges are green on the outside, but they're orange on the inside. But here in America, the oranges are orange on the outside, which signifies that they are overripe. Oranges creates bad bacteria in everyone's gut. Now you wonder why? Because you're eating rotten fruit. What else makes your blood thick? Dairy foods. 86% of the U.S. population can never have dairy food. That is blood type O and blood type A. You out here on blood thinners because you like Greek yogurt. Your doctor got to prescribe you blood thinners because you like cheese. What else makes your blood thick? Liquor. You got your foods list? Why are you looking sad? Y'all should feel happy about now knowing why you have the illness that you have and now having the right information to reverse it. I don't understand why y'all. I was praising God when I got that foods list. I was thanking God for that information. Thanking God. Because I was having conversations with God like, take me now. If this is how I'm going to feel for the rest of my life, if this is the level of pain I'm going to have to live with, I'm ready to go. That's a chill face? Good. I thought you were sad. Because there are people that be sad. Like, well, you mean I can't eat? If it means living a pain-free and prescription-free life, you sad about that? Hold up. Liquor makes your blood thicker. I know that's right. That's why I be asking people, you gonna take a book into the grocery store with you? Hey, even if you guys don't use Instacart to deliver your groceries, download Instacart app on your phone because it is the perfect reference app because you see the ingredients of everything. You see the nutritional chart of everything. You see the calories, the fat, the protein, everything. It is a great, it is, you know what it will also do? Keep you from eating shit. Because when you read the ingredients on half the shit that's in your house, you gonna throw it out. You ain't never gonna eat that shit again. What were we talking about yesterday? The syrup? We looked up syrup yesterday. What else did we look up yesterday? And we're shocked by the ingredients. I told y'all syrup is just straight corn syrup. It's just straight high fructose corn syrup. Ain't no maple in it. No maple was in any of the syrup that we looked up yesterday. You know what else makes your blood thick? Guar gum. Guar gum is in your almond milk. Guar gum is in your almond milk. Y'all ready for the most shocking part? Hold on, I gotta get my microphone. Hello? Y'all ready for the most shocking part for blood type A? Do you know what is creating an overgrowth of bad bacteria in your gut as a blood type A? And this bad bacteria is triggering disease in your body, alopecia, endometriosis, urinary tract infections, yeast infections, all your skin problems, acne, psoriasis, eczema, black psoriasis, dermatitis, rosacea, your thyroid issues, even stomach cancer and colon cancer. Do you know what's doing it? Potatoes. Y'all can't have no potatoes. I was giving y'all some ASMR. Blood type A. Blood type A can never have potatoes. Ever. Not no kind. Not white. Not sweet. Not Idaho. Not russet. Not mashed. Not baked. Not fried. None. You know, the one thing that I do miss about TikTok is how people used to go off about the potatoes. Oh, I kind of miss it. It was always so much drama around potatoes. That was always the bruh. There was always so much drama. What about? What about? What do you mean? Every day. That was fun. I miss that. What you mean? What you mean we can't have potatoes? That was really the reason I bought that microphone. Was for the potato response. Y'all also can't have no black pepper, no navy beans, no kidney beans, no lima beans, no whey protein shakes, even sweet potatoes. But sweet potatoes is on my beneficial list. Y'all done had enough sweet potatoes to last y'all a lifetime. Okay? It's going to be all right. You also cannot eat no oranges. Again, oranges create an overgrowth of bad bacteria in your gut as a blood type A. How do we turn this around for blood type A? Potatoes and bread. We can't, potato chips. We can't even have potato chips. How do we turn this around for blood type A? What is going to make blood type A get all of the protein they are lacking? That protein is going to set them up for optimal health. What is it that blood type A is supposed to be eating every single day? Soy, tofu, tempeh, texturized vegetable protein, edamame. I know that you have been programmed to believe that soy is bad and soy has estrogen and all of this boop, boop, wop, wop. Wrong. Soy is highly beneficial for blood type A and blood type AB. It is literally the only thing that's going to change everything for you. I'm blood type A and want to drop some weight. Your weight is coming from cortisol and inflammation. Because if you eat meat, it's going to inflame you. Okay? And cortisol is in your bloodstream all day, every day, and cortisol settles in your midsection. So the more stressed you guys become, the bigger your stomach is going to become. You just inflamed, boo-boo. Your first week of eating according to your blood type, you're going to drop 7 to 10 pounds in the first week. Did you get some tofu at the store, Octavia? Did you get some tofu? Listen, please go join our Facebook group so you can see all that you guys. Tofu is literally the most versatile protein on the planet. Now, no other blood type benefits from tofu other than A and AB. So don't get any ideas. Okay. But it has also come such a long way that you would not know that it's not chicken or that it's not beef. Okay. There are so many things you can do with tofu. The best thing about it, though, is you don't need all of that stomach acid to break it down. It's super high in protein. It's very low in fat. It's super high in fiber. It's good, 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 good. Good. I'm glad you like it. But if you join the group, I always put a bunch of videos in there every day because they always just come up on my feed. So many different things you can do with tofu. My new obsession, and it's pissing me off that I'm having such a hard time finding it, is silken tofu, because you can do so much with silken tofu as far as like making desserts and putting them in shakes, protein shakes and stuff like that. I meant to order some today and I forgot, but I will do it tonight before I go to bed so I can deliver it tomorrow. But I just saw all these new recipes that you can do with silken tofu. So I'm about to get into it. All right. But also, are you in the group? Oh, the name of the group is Heal by Blood Type on Facebook. Also, something really fantastic about blood type A is you guys benefit from 25 different fish. So sardines, red snapper, snails, salmon, 3 different types of salmon. So between tofu and fish, there's never a reason you guys should be lacking in protein. I have yet to get silken tofu. I always have soft tofu. I love, love, love soft tofu. I use medium tofu to make like a scrambled egg, but I saw a recipe, a video, I think I posted it in the group yesterday, where they mix the soft tofu and the medium tofu together to make this scramble. I also need to get some nutritional yeast. I may already have some down there somewhere, but I also need to get some nutritional yeast as well. Yes, sardines. I probably have 30 cans of sardines downstairs. I ate some tuna today. I thought that sardines will give you gout. Why would you think that? Why would sardines give you gout, sir? What's your blood type? If you're a blood type O, you're not supposed to be eating sardines. So you might get gout if you're a blood type O. The guy on the couch. Somebody's watched a lot of Half-Baked. You don't have to buy canned sardines. So you think that anything in a can is going to give you gout? You benefit from sardines, sir. You can buy fresh sardines, you know. You don't have to get them in a can. But what does the can have to do with you getting gout? I'm confused. I'm confused, Mr. Eddie. What? Y'all always think something give y'all gout. That cracks me up. Do you eat chicken? You know what gives you gout faster than anything else? That damn chicken. Nobody ever suspects the chicken, and it's been the chicken all along. The chicken is like the butler in the dining room with the knife. Y'all suspect everybody else in the house of being a killer, and it's been the chicken the entire time. What preservatives are in canned sardines? What preservatives? What are y'all talking about? Why can't O's eat sardines? Really want to know because I've been eating it. Because it's not for your genetics. That's why. What more of an explanation do you need? But it's not for you. I don't understand. Everything is not for every blood type, boo boo. You can have mackerel, but you cannot have sardines. But I have to eat chicken for my type. Mr. Eddie, just shut up. Why you don't have your foods list? You up here thinking that you getting gout from sardines, which you benefit from, but you eating chicken and you don't benefit from it. It's giving TikTok. It's giving TikTok. What foods list are you looking at, sir? Because nowhere does it say chicken is not on nobody's beneficial list. So I'm trying to figure out what are you reading? Sodium nitrate what? Uric acid is what gives you gout, sir. What does sodium nitrate have to do with anything? What sodium nitrate is going to be in fresh sardines? What sodium nitrate is going to be in frozen sardines with the heads on? What sodium nitrates? Mr. Eddie, you eat chicken. So we don't have nothing to talk about. Give you a minute for what? You've already wasted enough of our time. We've already given you a minute. So what is going to thin out your blood naturally so you guys no longer have to get blood thinners from your doctor? Water. Even if you just up your water intake as a blood type A, you can thin out your blood. You're not even drinking enough water. Second thing, what resources, whatever resources you have are wrong, sir. If you sitting up here eating chicken, whatever the fuck you reading is wrong. You're a blood type A and you're eating chicken and you want to pull out some resources. What resource is it? The National Enquirer? Is Elvis still alive in your resources? Do Martians live amongst us? So, lemon water. No, you're not ready for the truth. That's what you're not ready for. I'm trying to help you. And you want to debate me and you ain't even prepared to debate me. Well, you're not prepared. If you're eating this stuff all the time, why you need resources? You dropping what mic? You don't have a mic. Anywho, start your day with lemon water as a blood type A. Okay? Start your day with lemon water. Simply because blood type A, because y'all have a naturally weaker immune system, I'm just trying to help you out, sir. Because if you're eating chicken, then your estrogen is high, which makes you naturally argumentative with women. I'm trying to make you aware of that. Okay? If you're eating chicken, your estrogen is high. Eventually, you're going to end up with type 2 diabetes, and you're worried about the gout. Black people are always talking about the gout. My mama had gout. You know why my mama had gout? Because my mama was eating pasta every day. Every single day. Okay? I'm going to beg you, sir, please do not ever eat another piece of chicken. I promise you, you're going to feel so much better. Stop worrying about the sardines. The sardines benefit you. I don't know what side dishes you're eating with the sardines. Maybe you putting mustard on them. You ain't supposed to have no mustard because you can't have no vinegar. Okay? Go get your foods list. You should be tired of chicken because you don't benefit from it. Y'all have to learn to start eating foods that are medicinal to you, not foods that are going to cause problems in your body. Sardines is not your problem. Okay? Blood type A has a weaker immune system. When you have a naturally weaker immune system, you're going to produce more mucus. Okay? Y'all have to stop worrying about mucus. The body has to have mucus. Turmeric is in mustard. It's giving TikTok. Mr. Eddie, let me finish because it's late and people come here to learn and you come in here to bullshit. Okay? Just relax. I need you to chill the fuck out. You need more than turmeric. You need more than turmeric. Because you produce so much mucus, you drinking lemon water will help to break that mucus up and expel it from your body. So start your day with lemon water as a blood type A. Okay? Also, what thins out your blood naturally? Pineapple, blueberries, blackberries, green tea. I drink a pot of green tea every single day. This is also why Japanese people and Asians outlive us by decades because they drink green tea every single day. Get into it. What else thins out your blood? These oils: flaxseed oil, walnut oil, and olive oil. Okay? Those are the beneficial oils. Those are the ones that will help you, not those other ones. What's going to make your gut bacteria super happy as a blood type A? Escarole, dandelion, chard, rapini, which is broccoli rabe, fava beans, prunes, and silver dollar mushrooms. The name of the Facebook group is Heal by Type. Same name as the name of our live. Heal by Type. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Heal by Blood Type. My bad. I told you wrong. It is Heal by Blood Type. Okay? I say Heal by Type. My bad. So that's it for blood type A. Please go and get your foods list. Don't be like Mr. Eddie. Go and get your foods list from brewitbaby.com. Do not eat anything on your neutral list. Do not eat anything on your avoids list. And watch what happens to your body over the next 7 days. You're going to lose 7 to 10 pounds of inflammation. But more importantly, you're going to feel better than you have in a very long time. Okay? Where's blood type B? You probably jinx yourself today. Now the talks are coming out. I talked them up. I done talked them up. Where's blood type B? Talk about some chicken killing you. Where the bees at? Listen, if chicken was so great, how come it doesn't benefit anybody? Y'all don't wonder about that? If chicken is supposed to be so healthy, how come it doesn't benefit not one blood type? Your mom is a B? What are you, nanny babe? You are O? You're O? So B's, what is it that you guys deal with? You deal with lectin sensitivity. That means you are super sensitive to the lectins in food. All whole foods have lectins. Okay, you're no good. All whole foods have lectins. Here's the good thing about, I don't know if you and your mom live together, but the good thing about O's and B's, if y'all are in the same household, is your foods are very similar. Your meats are very similar. Y'all both can have lamb. Y'all both can have the other red meats. Okay. Now, the major difference is blood type B can have dairy and y'all can't. Okay. To be honest, blood type B is the most versatile of all the blood types. Like they can have a little bit of everything. There's a lot of fruits they can have, a lot of vegetables they can have. In that way, O is kind of restrictive. But I'm a person that likes simplicity, and to me, O is the simplest. Okay. I believe more confusion comes with the most choices. Like the more choices you have, I find it is more difficult to make decisions. So if the only thing I can have is beef, I ain't got to think of nothing. Beef. Beef it is. What's for dinner? Beef. So as a blood type B, lectin sensitivity symptoms would be swollen and painful joints, inflammation, neurological problems, hormonal fluctuations, gut issues, and skin issues. Beef. What you having for dinner? Beef. What you eating today? Beef. As a blood type AB, it's like, I don't know. That shit gets on my nerves too. So the number one thing that's giving you all of those lectin sensitivity symptoms is chicken. There is a lectin in the meat of chicken that when you are a blood type B and blood type AB, that lectin attacks your bloodstream, causing your red blood cells to clump together, creating blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, autoimmune diseases, and stroke. Nanny Bay, does your mom have an autoimmune disease or has ever had blood clots or anything? Because my father's side of the family are B's. My mother's side of the family are mostly A's. That's why I ended up being an AB. And they all suffered from blood clots. I had a couple of aunt and uncle die from blood clots. And trust and believe, they would eat chicken every day. Like 7 people on my father's side of the family, she had open heart surgery. Oh my gosh. 7 people on my father's side of the family have had weight loss surgery. 7. My other sister died. Both of my sisters had weight loss surgery. Because my sisters are my father's kids. We don't have the same mother. Both of them had the weight loss surgery. One of them died. My sister Trina. My other sister gained her weight all the way back. So what was the purpose? But I'm going to tell you what they never stopped eating was freaking chicken. I told you 300 is you small at 300. So when I moved down there and I was like a size 12, everybody's saying she thinks she better than everybody. First of all, I was big to my mama's side of the family because my mama was 118 pounds. And you know what my mama always said to me? You're going to be big like those Wilbon women. My mom would be considered like an almond mom. You know what an almond mom is? Have you ever heard the term almond mom? An almond mom is that type of mom that's always concerned about their daughter's weight. So they would be telling them to just eat, if you're hungry, just eat 5 almonds. If you're on TikTok, type in almond mom, you'll see. They're moms that are obsessed with their daughter's weight. That was my mother. So what about the chicken's cousin who's the turkey? You can't have that. Mr. Eddie, eat whatever the fuck you want, sir. You just hard-headed as fuck. You should have been an O. Eat whatever you want, sir. Because you obviously don't have your foods list. You're obviously not serious about your health. So enjoy. So the chicken is what is triggering your autoimmune diseases. Okay? Because autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. You pulled what up? Mr. Eddie, if you are trying to reverse ailments, you should not be eating anything on your neutral list. You are not eating according to your blood type. You're just eating what you want to eat. It said that I have to have chicken, turkey, and fish. What the fuck are you reading? Tarot cards? So anyway, autoimmune diseases feed on estrogen. So the higher your level of estrogen, the more serious your disease is going to come, or you're going to end up with more than one. 50 million people in America have at least one autoimmune disease. And out of those 50 million, 80% are women. It is an estrogen-driven disease. So, what other foods raise estrogen in your body? Chicken is number one. Liquor raises your estrogen. Oats raise your estrogen. Soy raises your estrogen if you're a blood type O and B. Stress raises your estrogen. And if your liver is not functioning properly, it will raise your estrogen. You said I wish I'd been known that. Well, you know now, so you can do something about it. Because you can reverse your autoimmune diseases. We just have to stop eating the foods that feed it. If I don't feed these plants, they would die, right? Any disease that's in your body only exists because you're keeping it alive. You know who really keeps your diseases alive? Your doctor. Your doctor is who keeps your disease thriving. Because your body is incapable of healing up if you are inundating it every single day with petroleum. Every single prescription drug that you take is petroleum based. So you may as well just be eating a spoonful of Vaseline every day. How do you think your body would do if you just ate a spoonful of Vaseline every day? Every prescription drug that you take is toxic to your body. That's why everybody, when they're taking prescription drugs, usually gain weight, because you're inflamed, because you're filling your body with toxins. Peter Diadamo is where I got the foods list. Enjoy. Like I said, the people that follow that book are never going to reverse their ailments.
Hi, Bubba. You've been such a good boy today. You've been such a good boy today, love.
Because he ain't been around me. So, anywho, if you are on prescription drugs, your disease is incapable of reversing itself. Okay? Sir, Mr. Eddie, you're grown, you're hard-headed, you can do what you want. Enjoy. Okay? Dr. Diadamo's book is for weight loss. What I teach you to do is how to reverse your disease. You are never going to reverse your disease with that book, Eating from the Neutral List. Imagine putting your car in neutral and then putting your foot on the gas. Does your car move? Your whole objective for eating according to your blood type should be to improve your health. The list is still going to be the same list. It's just that you are eating the neutral foods when you should just be eating the beneficial foods. The neutral foods are never going to improve your health. Okay? The book was written for weight loss. It was a diet. Okay? So if you are treating it like a diet, it's not going to improve your health. because there's a lot of stuff that you're eating that you should not be eating to improve your health. You're never going to improve your health if you're eating chicken. You're never going to improve your health if you are eating turkey, because you do not have enough stomach acid to break those things down effectively, which is going also, you're filling your body with estrogen. So there's a difference between weight loss and health, because skinny doesn't mean that you're healthy. My mom was skinny and stroked out at 41. My brother was skinny and stroked out at 28. And here I am, a big back at 56, outliving everybody. So either you want to focus on your health or you just want to look healthy, so that when you die, everybody says, oh, I thought he was so healthy. Y'all ever notice that? That whenever a thin person dies, everyone says, I didn't even know he was sick. Because y'all have been brainwashed to believe that skinny means healthy. And skinny people are croaking out faster than big backs are. Okay? You're 275. Jesus fucking Christ. You're 275 because your ass is eating fucking chicken every day. What the fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. You 275 because you hard-headed. Can't nobody tell you nothing. But anywho, no, you're swollen because you're eating the wrong food. The food is literally inflaming you, sir. Can't nobody tell you nothing though. So keep doing what you're doing. You stop playing football and swelled up. You don't stop moving and swell up. You swell up from eating the wrong foods. That's what's happening. You just suddenly overnight gain 50 pounds because your ass is sitting down eating chicken every day. That's why. You worried about the nitrates in the fucking sardines. You worried about the wrong shit. Anywho, you know what else is going to give y'all all of those lectin sensitivity problems? Corn. Corn. Another one. Okay? Corn is in everything. I'm not just talking about corn on the cob. Just like blood type O, I'm in my 50s. So what? I'm 56. You too old to be this silly. You too old to be this silly, sir. Anywho, corn is high fructose corn syrup, regular corn syrup, corn starch, corn oil. All your brown liquors are made from corn. I bet you Mr. Eddie drinks brown liquor too. I bet you Mr. Eddie takes his ass over to Rick Ross's Big Titty Chicken Shack and has wings and liquor. Don't you? Especially during football season. Can't y'all just see Mr. Eddie over at the Rick Ross's place? All the liquor on the market, 90% of it is made from corn. You know what happens when you eat corn? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Talking about some note. Yes, you do. Yeah, no soy. Listen, all 90% of the liquor on the market is made from corn, y'all. You know what happens when you consume corn? It stops the body from making insulin. Okay? Do you know that insulin is what stabilizes your blood pressure? And if your body doesn't make insulin, essentially you're giving yourself type 1 diabetes, because type 1 diabetes is your body's inability to make insulin. When you consume corn and also chickpeas, stops your body from making insulin. At the root of high blood pressure, it's insulin resistance. So either you don't have no insulin or your red blood cells won't allow the insulin to come inside. Okay? Either way, you're going to end up with high blood pressure. Another thing that's going to give you all this inflammation, Mr. Eddie, you're about to get blocked. Okay? Just relax. If you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, you can just have a good night. Okay? What else can y'all not have as a blood type B? Wheat. So remember the 4 things that happen to you when you consume wheat? Inflammation, blocks your body from absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods, converts your happy hormones, dopamine and serotonin, into anger and aggression hormones, norepinephrine and noradrenaline, and it slows down your metabolism. You also cannot have no soy, no rye, no amaranth, no sesame, and no buckwheat. All of those foods are going to give you inflammation, neurological problems, hormonal fluctuations. Like hormonal fluctuations will be your insulin. Okay. Also, blood type B has the same setup with your cortisol that blood type A has. Y'all have a steady stream of cortisol in your blood all day, every day, which also means you guys can trigger diabetes from stress as well. Blood type B has the largest population of diabetics in the world. I'm pretty sure that cortisol being in your bloodstream helps, because when your cortisol is high, it naturally raises your blood sugar. So y'all also got a lot of shit going on too, as far as your stress. If y'all are stressed out, y'all need to be on chill. Okay? If you're anxious, you need to be on chill. If you have cortisol in your bloodstream all day, every day, you need to be on chill. Because stress is linked to 90% of the diseases we all suffer from. Your body can never heal if you're stressed out, ever. Okay? Another thing that will raise your estrogen levels is if your liver is not functioning properly. There are foods that will throw off your liver function as a blood type B. That is lentils, black beans, black-eyed peas, mung beans, artichokes, and aloe. Y'all cannot, listen, nobody is supposed to be eating all these beans. Beans are very high in lectins. And it's those lectins that trigger these chemical reactions in our body that trigger inflammation. Another thing that's very special about blood type B is you guys have an overabundance of a particular gut bacteria called alpha glucosidase. We all have alpha glucosidase in our gut, but blood type B has a higher level of it. That particular strain of bacteria breaks down digestive resistant starches. Starches that don't digest in other people's bodies fully digest in blood type B. So you know how everybody will say corn, oh, corn doesn't digest in my body. Corn doesn't break down. You can look at your poop and see whole kernels of corn. Not blood type B. Because blood type B's bacteria will break down that corn, turn it into sugar, and store it as fat in your body. And then when you go to the doctor, guess what they test diabetes for? Your level of alpha glucosidase bacteria. So because you have this high level of alpha glucosidase bacteria, your doctor's going to say you're diabetic. And then they're going to prescribe you drugs that inhibit alpha glucosidase bacteria in your gut. So your very popular diabetes drugs are alpha glucosidase inhibiting drugs. Look how they got you. What made that bacteria high? Peanuts, tomatoes, soy, cashews, corn, cornstarch, black pepper, poppy seeds, maltodextrin, pinto beans, and rhubarb. Those foods could have been what made you a diabetic. So stop eating them. That's the solution. What is going to make your gut bacteria angry? Sorghum, peanuts, sucrose, dextrose, carrageenan, distilled liquor, and gum arabic, which is acacia. Gum arabic is in a lot of processed foods. Okay? How do we turn this around? To block lectin sensitivity, all of those symptoms with the swollen and painful joints and the hormonal fluctuations and all that, blood type B benefits from certain cultured dairy products. The reason that these things will block all of those lectin sensitivity problems is because cultured dairy acts like probiotics and prebiotics in the gut of blood type B and AB. Okay? Our gut is what runs the body. The majority of our hormones are in our gut. 70% of the body's immune system is in our gut. Everything starts with your gut. If your gut is not right, nothing in your body is going to be right. Okay? So blood type B benefits from sour cream, Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, kefir, mozzarella cheese, paneer, feta, farmer's cheese, all the white cheeses with the living cultures in it. What is the protein for blood type B? Blood type B benefits from all the other red meats. So lamb, goat, venison, mutton, deer, rabbit. Okay. Also, you benefit from lots of fish, halibut, cod, snapper. Y'all get, not snapper, sardines and mackerel. If y'all benefit from sardines, you need to eat them because sardines are super high in omega-3s. And if you have skin issues and you want to reverse those skin issues as well, eat sardines every day. Watch how your skin changes in just the first 2 weeks. Trust me, I promise. Okay? What is going to make your alpha glucosidase bacteria go down? Mushrooms, silver dollar, enoki, and maitake. Whey protein shakes, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, blackberries, and grapes. If you're diabetic, those are the things you need to be eating on a consistent basis. Get y'all a whey protein shake. Only blood type B and AB benefit from whey protein. Blood type O and blood type A has to have a plant-based protein. Okay? What's going to improve your liver function as a blood type B? Mustard greens, beet greens, green tea, licorice root tea, parsnips, curry powder, and ginger root. Y'all can literally lose weight, change your gut, and all of that with curried goat and curried lamb. And what is going to make your gut bacteria super happy? Brewer's yeast, molasses, and cabbage. Get into kimchi. Trust me, get into kimchi as a blood type B. Okay? That's it for blood type B. Please go to brewitbaby.com, get your foods list, download it into your phone. Only eat the beneficial foods. In the first 7 days, you guys are going to lose 7 to 10 pounds. In the first 7 days. This is what I was trying to tell you, Mr. Eddie. You said you're overweight and you want to lose some weight. You're 275. If you do it the way that I'm trying to tell you, you're going to drop that weight in record time. I don't understand the pushback. Where's blood type AB? We're almost done. Get your mom on the list, girlfriend. Mr. Eddie, if you do what I'm telling you to do, by this time next week, you'll be 10 pounds lighter. I promise. Okay? And you need to learn how to cook tofu. You said you were 275. You went from 225 to 275 after you stopped playing football. You swelled up. And I told you that it did not have anything to do with football. It had to do with you sitting around eating chicken. That's what I said. Okay. I dare Mr. Eddie to listen to me. I want Mr. Eddie to come back here 10 pounds lighter next week. What's today? Wednesday? By next Wednesday, I want you to check in. Where's blood type AB? Do we have any ABs? Good night. See you tomorrow. Do we have any ABs on the thing? Is it just me? Am I the only AB? Is it just me? I don't have no tea in my cup. Oh, and go get your detox tea while it's on sale. You get both packs of tea for $29.99 before it sells out. If I'm the only AB, I'm getting off. I know you just argumentative. You're a blood type A. You naturally argumentative. It's all good. I don't take this personally. Okay. You love the tea. You cold brew your. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'll make mine cold and put my little fruit in it. Go get the list though. Yes, he said they said you're in love with me, Mr. Eddie. I knew he was in my age range because he said his name was the guy on the couch. I know that reference. I am a half-baked girl. I get it. If I'm the only AB on the live, we went in on AB yesterday. Miss Linda, you weren't here yesterday. The entire live yesterday was just AB. So please go and watch it. It's on my Instagram page. The entire live yesterday was just AB, and I never spend time on AB, and I'm glad I did. So now we have a reference for just blood type AB. Okay? Plus it's late. What time is it? Y'all better take your asses to bed. Y'all got to go to work tomorrow. He said he is in love with me. I knew it. Don't be trying to pull my pigtails. Yes, you can make it cold. So remember when I had put all the fruit in it? If you're blood type AB, yeah, we did the whole video yesterday was just AB. And I never, ever have gone that deeply into it. So go to yesterday's video and watch that because I went in. Okay. Yes, go send it to your mom. Go send it to your mom. I need to move my lives on YouTube to the video section. It's weird. I just think y'all cute. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I need to move. They have the lives separate from the video, so I have to move my lives over to the video section on YouTube. So I will do that tonight while I'm changing my clothes out of my closet from my winter clothes to my summer clothes since it's 110 degrees over here. So I will be back tomorrow around 5 p.m. my time, which is 8.
Hello. Come here, say goodbye to everybody. Come here. Come here. Come here, fat.
If only this dog would listen to me. I'll be here around 5 o'clock tomorrow. I was going to go bowling today, but I probably will go bowling tomorrow before the live or after the live. I got to figure this out. No, I'm going to go bowling on Friday. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to go bowling on Friday, though. Okay? So I'll be here around 5 o'clock p.m. my time, which is 8 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast. Okay? I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye. Fats, are you going to say goodbye? No.